motherfucking Saturday or Sunday or Monday, wherever you are in the world. How's everybody doing tonight? I know you guys been waiting for this. I know. It's been a long time, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of months ago, somebody told me, hey, you need to go ahead and react to this gentleman. And I said, I ain't got a problem doing that. We're doing this Ren promo run. I love to meet new reactors and all that. And his name was Mark Hector Brain Squeeze Reactions. I played the video. I did the reaction. And I'm going to tell you 100%, I fell in love, ladies and gentlemen. My body started to sweat. My heart started beating fast. My hands were shaking. And I knew that this was going to be my brother from a British mother. My brother, I love this man from the bottom of my heart. I love him. You love him. We all fucking love him. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further of the fucking dues, my brother, Brain Squeeze.
Ah, yes, man. Dude, I started thinking, so who the fuck is he bringing in? Because that can't all be for me. I was thinking, fuck, I'm on the wrong day.
What is going on, my fucking brother?
Finally, it's taken us ages to do this, man. But I always feel like it's fate. It's fate. It's that moment when it needs to happen. And as soon as you sent it and you're like, now's the time, we sorted the times, I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it, mate. And now we're here. What's an intro, though, bruv? I was ready to come out and fight some motherfucker there. I was ready.
I worked on that intro from the minute you gave me the go. From the minute you told me, bro, I'm free this day, I started I need to give this back, because I'm going to tell you, sir, I felt like I was watching me when I first saw the reaction. And that's 100%. The energy, just not the dancing. Not the dancing.
What's wrong with the dice? It's your shoulders.
Bro, your shoulders look like they have issues. They need to talk to somebody. Because
the shoulders are the least of the issues I got going on at the moment. If anything, this is the only thing that's positive. So, nah, man. I was saying, bro, when I was watching you, and anyone who watched it, they're like, do you two know each other? I'm like, no, I've never met this dude in my fucking life, but I wanna. I want to see it, and I saw your name pop up a fuck ton in like comments and that, but I get so many like tags in and tags that, and I can't remember where it came about, and I just got to see you, and I was fucking rolling. Every time I was watching you, the way you are, the energy, I was fucking hyped watching you all the time, and I didn't get the correlation of us being brothers, and then the minute people started finding those links, I was like, yes, this is fucking me. This is me, and you, like, this is you, and so on. So, separate the first, man.
Hence the glasses. When I got my glasses, no lie, I put them on in the car, and the first thing, one of the first things that popped into my head was like, oh, they're gonna say that me and him are absolutely brothers now.
Fuck yes, man. And don't you look hot as fuck in them as well, man?
You already know what it is,
I saw it.
You know what it is?
I saw it, and I thought, man, what happened in that week? Did this boy mature? Is this what's happening? Is this
you know what the crazy part is? You know what the crazy part is absolutely, I absolutely matured in that week and a half. But that's not about that. That's between me and you later. We'll talk about that later.
Oh,
but when I first made contact with you, when you saw the video and we made contact, and you say, "Hey, brother, love," and I was like, "Hey, love you, man," and all that, and then Disco Doc. Shout out to Disco Doc, man.
Oh, I love Disco, man. Disco Biscuits is the one. If anyone doesn't know Disco Doc, like, Disco Doc is one of these dudes that does so much, but I don't think he appreciates what he's done, because he always feels like it's everybody else doing that. But, you know, he created that Ren rap battle to start with, and that got me back out of my shell and everyone excited.
Right.
He's the one that got us into...
You won the first one! You won the first one! You won the first one! Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, okay? I don't give a fuck about none of that. I reacted to the whole thing. And I went,
yeah.
how the fuck you gonna say this? I like, yo, Brain Squeeze when I saw you, and that's when, and then a little bit before that is when we actually connected, and then I started doing it, and then I saw you rap, and then I went, oh no, he's definitely gonna be like moving in, and we're gonna get an apartment together, and we're gonna do all that.
Let's do it. I'm ready, man. I'm getting my passport pictures done tomorrow, man. It's all good.
There you go. There you go. Let's get an apartment in Florida, and then whenever you come down to Florida, I'll meet you there. I'll be like, babe, Brain Squeeze is coming. It's his week.
She'll know.
It's his week.
She'll
understand.
Yeah,
she's understandable.
Like, you get it, man. You get it. But Disco, man, he connected so many dots and still does.
Yeah.
And all the journey he's been on as well, like showcasing himself, is fucking beautiful. So
and you know that's when he asked me to do that, when he asked me to go on the interview, and we were gonna have a conversation, that was like the most fun I've ever had. And then he brought you up, and I was not even expecting you. I was in there. He said, I got a surprise for you. When I got in there first, he's like, I got a surprise for you, but I'm not going to tell you just yet. And I was like, oh, I love surprises. And then me and him were having a great conversation, and then all of a sudden on screen, I saw your face, and I went, because I was literally watching a reaction of yours before. So I'm thinking the shit popped up in the middle of me. I was like, why is this popping up on this screen? I didn't share this shit. And then I looked, and I was like, no, that's him. I was like, oh shit.
But you were preaching, so I was zoning in, because I was like, this guy, I'm jumping in. And then he was like, perfect timing, vibes talking. But you were talking some deep shit. So I had to go on mute, because I was like, I'm not going to fuck up his speech he's got going on at this moment in time. I was dying just to be like, for fuck's sake, Vibe, I'm in. I just acknowledged my existence. But you were talking amazing stuff, so I didn't want to jump in.
But you know, when I get into those rants, bro, I just black out.
Hey, come on, man. If there's anyone that rants, they're like, imagine if like during this live we go into rants, we'll be here for fucking days, mate.
Oh, three and a half hours on just one rant alone. That's not counting the full live. No. So he brought you in. We finally meet. Brain Squeeze Vibe Reactions. We finally meet. First time talking. Beautiful conversation. Amazing conversation me and you had.
Yeah.
And then that's when the countdown was. That's when everybody started asking, when are we going to have Brain Squeeze on the Vibe Talk? And then we finally made it happen. I am so happy that we were able to get this time in right now, because knowing what I know that you do for a living and seeing how you are on camera, I'm like, this dude, I guarantee, is like the top echelon of his fucking career, of his field. You have to be, with the type of personality that you have, and the way you are. You're not gonna sugarcoat shit for nobody. You're gonna be direct, whether people get uncomfortable or not.
Dude, that's literally, someone called me in work. It's one of my favorite things. It says Yoda Tigger. He said you're all over the shop. He said, but you know stuff. And people sometimes go, he's just this, that, and the other. It's like I've had to survive through this shit. This ADHD, this isn't something that manifested overnight. That's a fucking lived experience. That's a fight and flight mechanic, survival.
Absolutely.
And then I started learning about people, and I started studying the science, man. And I started learning about me as I'm learning about others, and the need to appreciate and accept behaviors. And what the fuck do I need to change for somebody else? I've done that for fucking 30 plus years. So no, I'm not doing that anymore. And it kind of become that. Haters go fuck oneself, which was such that tagline became like, you know what? Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I'm not here to ruin your day.
When I heard your reaction, and I heard you say that.
Yeah.
When I heard you say your whole intro before you start the reaction, I said, he took it. He's the GOAT. I immediately, when you started saying that, haters go fuck oneself, and go fuck oneself, I went, he got it. He's done it. Done it over with. You got it just with that alone. Because I'm just like, oh my god, like, because it's like I'm hearing myself talk with a British accent, and it's crazy. It's crazy to do that. Like the connection that I had when I saw your shit, it was different. Like I had connection with every other reactor that I reacted to, but it's just like your energy. It's like me and you are in the same wavelengths. Like we're crazy, and we know we're crazy.
Yeah, but it's the freedom, man. That's the thing. Like, define crazy. Because I think that perfection.
You have to be crazy to have your hair poof up like that.
Fuck man. That's exactly why.
You got to put the bangs down. One day I dare you take that bushel of hair and then straighten it out and put bangs.
I don't think it will move, mate. It's been like this for fucking years. It even grows up. Like, I've grown it out and it will not flop, man. It just won't do that. This is a constant dick on my head that just doesn't go soft. This is Diddy right now in prison. He just does not go soft.
We're going to get into that later. We have to get into that later, bro.
I have to segue Diddy. I got Brainiacs in the
You had to.
It's been like
the way you go at that man, bro. I'm just like, I love every bit of it. I love every bit of it.
And there's a good story behind that as well, bruv. So that's not just hatred for the bellend that he is. There's so much that we'll talk about that later on how he got to that. Where I'm like, go fuck yourself, bruv. And that's all from the Tupac journey. So that'll be exciting, man.
Like, how did you just start the Tupac journey?
No.
How long ago?
I did, what's that? Brainiacs know better than me. I'm going to say 2 years ago I started it, and I spent a whole year studying. I still do. And a lot of people say, like, where's the Tupac reactions? I've done a majority of the main ones. I'm down to now, like, the unreleased ones that a lot of people send to me. But people don't get it that I studied fuck out of Tupac. And
have you done the one that Eminem produced? The one that Eminem made?
Which one? One Day at a Time.
One Day at a Time. I think it's One Day at a Time.
I think I've done that. Ghost was another one. I think he was part of the production because it's the.
Well, Eminem made the whole album. He produced the whole entire album, and all the funds that he got from there went to Afina Shakur. It went to his mom.
See, I'm mixing it up with two. So I know that's the one with the Loyal to the Game. That's that album. The other one is the soundtrack to Brainiacs, help me in the comment section on that, because there's a soundtrack where Ghost is the first one.
You know what? We over here trying to break our brains and shit. We have phones that tell us what the album is called.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that? It's worse than looking at lyrics. Fuck that.
That's a question that I wanted to ask, because I've been seeing, when I start watching these reactors, I see a lot of people that they do pull up the lyrics and then they go along with it, and that's fine. But I can't never pull up the lyrics. I can't have the lyrics in front of me, because my brain, the way it thinks, if I'm focusing on the lyrics, I'm not focusing on anything fucking else, and my brain is just going all over the fucking place.
It's fucked. I can't do it. I can't concentrate, and also I know when they get it wrong. And you remember, Vibe, we didn't have lyrics unless we had the CD cases with the lyrics in. But even then, I didn't fucking read them.
But not all artists did that, though. Not all artists did that to their CDs. There's very few that did that. And then sometimes you could get the Source magazine XXL, and they have the lyrics on some songs in there too. But it's just like, back in the days, we just put that shit on the radio. Wherever we're at, a group of us are just listening to the music, and we're just talking about it and say, "Oh my god!" And
did you hear that? Fucking hell, remember that? I remember rapping loads and just getting 90% of the songs wrong.
Loyal to the Game. Loyal to the Game was the album that he produced.
I don't know if I've done many from that one, because there was loads when I first started with Tupac. I didn't know the journey it would go. So do you know a lady called Nancy Fletcher?
Familiar. The name sounds familiar.
Now, Nancy Fletcher, she will when I tell you now. So she did the Can't See Me track. She's the one singing at the end. She did so much with Tupac. She did a load of songs on the Friday soundtrack, loads of Ice as well. And she got in contact with me, and she started talking about Death Row Records cut her out, and she's not mentioned, and that fucking pissed me off, because I just reacted to Tupac, and I was like, who's this lady? She's fucking phenomenal. So she contacted me and told me all this Death Row Records story. So I was fucking deep in this, man. And then people found out I'm talking to Nancy, and she was messaging me and talking about Tupac and all her experience. I haven't shared a lot of it because it was a personal discussion. I learned loads about Tupac, and it was so amazing.
But to help her out, why don't you tell her to contact Snoop? Because Snoop just bought Death Row. So,
I haven't spoken to her probably in about 6 months, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we just had this nice conversation, but I learned so much about Tupac. So I started studying, I found his poetry. I then found podcasts before he was into the music heavy, and he was part of the new Black Panthers, or what his mum was a part of. and it was all in this like I think it was, if I remember,
Did you
it was
see?
like
Did you see anything? See any documentaries when he was in Juilliard? When he was actually in that stage of his life in Juilliard?
I don't know if I saw documentaries. I heard loads of discussions that you had, radio chats around that era. So I was linking into that, but I was still learning. So I also had his music playing. So I got all the fucking timelines wrong. So I'm jumping into one track, then I'm jumping into another one. And then Outlaws comes in, and I was like, fucking hell. And then I found that there's a whole college, university study on Tupac. And that's when I heard Blasphemy. And Blasphemy was the track where I went, this is fucking writing. I've done 3 reactions to Blasphemy, and I still find new shit. I still find new fucking bits to that, man.
I haven't heard that in years. I haven't heard that.
Killed me, that did, man. Killed me. The whole, when he talks about finding peace, but I'll feel sad when they cry for Martin Luther King or something like that. It blew my fucking mind. And then people were telling me there was double meanings and all of this. So I started learning all of that, bro. Fucking brilliant.
He's a GOAT for a reason, man. He's in everyone's top 3 for a fucking reason.
Oh, 100%. I put him top 1. I put him because I don't only see artists as rappers. I look at influence. And I think that I've just started the Biggie, and Biggie's track that I did, one of the recent ones, different caliber. It's a different style. It's a different delivery. But Tupac was an educator. So you have to remember that Tupac wasn't just making music; he was educating through music, plus doing your doubles and your fucking your Eminem flips and stuff, blowing my mind. Plus, I was learning.
Don't say nothing about Eminem. Don't say nothing about Eminem.
I love Eminem. I fucking love him.
Boy,
I love him.
You see how quick I did that?
I'll tag team with you. What in Ultimate Warrior fucking Macho Man is this, bro? Eminem's right up there. Fucking right up there. If anyone tells me if one more person tells me I want Eminem back to the old days, they can go fuck themselves, because that's
facts. Say it again. I tell people that all the fucking time. I say,
does my head in.
Eminem's old music is still active, so you can still listen to that.
Go listen.
But to say that he was better back then to what he is now, you're smoking the weed you're smoking. I don't even want it. Because that means it's killing brain cells. I don't want to kill it.
You're in the wrong world, man. Because
that man is too nasty.
For Slim Shady, I mean, the Fuel track, I could listen to that continuously. The bit when he starts going mad at the end, I'm thinking, is that freestyle? Is this dude just off the dome?
He just goes fucking nuts. He just goes crazy. That's why I put Ren and Eminem in the same kind of...
Yeah.
Because Ren is like... Ren is not going to drop anything unless it's almost close to perfect as possible.
Yeah.
He's never going to drop something half-ass. No. Even, I mean, but look what the illest of our time, what he dropped yesterday. This was a fucking concert, bro. This was just him performing with a bunch of people, and the way they just made everything look, and the fighting scene and everything else is just like the imagination.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that yet, bro.
So I'm over here spoiling everything.
Look, you didn't spoil shit, man.
You should have told me to shut the fuck up.
I'm not going to tell you to do that, man. I'm being polite. So shut the fuck up now, then. But I got to react to that. But I saw that came out, and there's loads of shit I got to do with Ren.
Yeah, Ren is doing some different shit.
Yeah, Ren's incredible, man. He's the thing with Ren. Ren was a shock value. Similar with Tom McDonald. Akal was another one. Mises was another one. I don't get involved in all the political bollocks because it's just too fucking. I ain't got time for that. I don't have the brain cells to connect the dots to that. I'm listening to the music. Fuck off.
Right.
It's just that's all I'm doing. And when I heard Ren, it was more the live stuff, the busking and the singing. I was like, this dude is like Prince. He's got all this ability, and he raps. And he sings, and he's playing guitar, and he's fucking doing all these magical things. And I think I said, does he knit? Because I bet he fucking knits. Like,
I said in one of my reactions, I was like, I guarantee if I tell this motherfucker to build me a house, he'll just ask me, how big do you want it? Because he's not even going to say, I don't know how to do it.
He's already done it. He's like, I did, here's what I made fucking earlier.
He's like, I already got a house built, bro. I already knew you were going to tell me you wanted one. It's getting delivered tomorrow. I got you. And then he'll salute you and then leave and make a song as he leaves out of my driveway.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because he likes the way my driveway curves when you leave.
Yeah.
Fuck out of it. Sometimes he pisses me off. Sometimes he upsets me. Because I'm like, bro, That's too much, bro. Calm
It's
down.
the singing. It's the singing. What was the one I was reacting to? And then he dropped into out in the street. Out in the street. They
Out
call
in
it.
the street.
What's
They
that
call
nothing?
Look, the weed that I'm smoking makes me sing
man.
on cue, bro. It makes me sing on cue, so I'm trying to hold myself back.
You sing
don't
because that was the fucking one.
You don't smoke or do anything like that, right?
No, I Tito. I used to, man, but I got too heavy. So heavy for a conversation a bit later on, man. But I was suicidal and stuff, and so I went teetotal. But man, I surround myself by people that managed it well and live off that. And if it wasn't for some of those moments, I wouldn't have some of the abilities to write lyrics, man. So
that's a fact.
You know, I thank it. It's just unfortunate that the world becomes heavy and that becomes an easy output. That was
Absolutely.
the only thing. And plus, I didn't understand
people,
this. I didn't understand this. My own mind.
And I always say that too. I'm like, you can't move forward and you can't try to help anybody else or try to change anybody else's situation. No. Or not even your own if your brain is not 100%. Not even 100%, but if you have to get your shit right. Mm-hmm. Before you start thinking that you can do all this other shit, like you're Superman, but you're not. You have to understand that you have to fix this before you can fix anything fucking else.
Yeah,
and
man.
I was an addict for 20 fucking years. I mean, I was deep into that shit, and I'm talking about living in the streets and suicidal and Baker Act and the whole nine. And
been there, brother.
The way I am now, it's just like I look back at it and I was like, this cannot be if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. You don't grow if you don't educate, man. And education comes from fight and flight. So you got to go into that dark side to understand it. Is how you come out the other side, man. And that's where YouTube for me came about, because I started studying and learning people, but then I needed an outlet. So people like doing journals, and I couldn't do that. I don't have the logical focus to write a journal. So I started writing raps originally. That's where most of my music comes from. That was my dear diary to self of pain and shit I was remembering, but doing it through the creative type. But then when I started working with people and studying the mind, what I didn't realize is that when you're helping someone, you're unpacking stuff in your own head of years of abuse and shit that I had no output for. So that's where YouTube came about, and I started thinking like, I need something just to vent, just after a busy day, just vent. And that's why I did Eminem, because I thought it's nice and easy. Let's see how this shit goes. Let's try and break down, but let's just get my mind away from the internal dialogue.
You saying that right? Not what you just said, but the other thing that you just said.
Yeah,
is exactly what happens to me all the time. I will edit my videos, and then I'll go, especially in my rants. And I'll make sure that it's clear that you can hear everything that I'm saying. Yeah. And then I'm listening to it and I'm like, fuck. And then it clicks on me and I'm like, that's actually good advice. That's actually something that I could input into what's going on with me. And I was like, why the fuck can I think like that? Like, I can easily give you the information. I can easily tell you the road to go down. But I cannot for my life figure it out for myself.
No.
But it's because what you just said. This mental has to be in a certain point of functioning to the full potential that it could function in order for you to figure it out and go down there and fix yourself. In order for you to be who internally happy. You can fake happy all day long. That's easy to do. But to actually be happy is very difficult.
But even then, happiness, you have to have the dark sides, because how do you understand happiness? Because you don't know that your brain is just a fucking machine. It only knows what you're feeding it. And if you feed it shit, that's what it's going to live by.
And you know what's crazy that you say that too?
Go on.
I told a guy that hit me up, one of my subscribers, and I told him, I was like, what you need to start doing is in the morning, instead of immediately opening up your phone and looking at politics or listening to the worst song that you can listen to, how about you just don't turn anything on? How about you take that quiet morning time to actually focus and get stuff done? Take yourself your shower, get yourself ready, and if you are going to play anything, play positive music. Play something that is not going to be poisoning your brain right early in the morning. Yeah. And then you wonder why you're so aggressive in traffic, because you just listen to Slipknot in the shower. That's why.
But that's also 20 years of unresolved issue from the past. It's fucking
it's all coming out in the morning. It's all coming out early in the morning, and then the whole day is fucked because now your whole brain is negative. Nothing's gonna go right. I hate my fucking job and all this other shit. And then people wonder, oh, why am I so upset? Why am I so depressed? Because you don't do nothing to change anything.
You triggered survival mode, and your brain went, "What the fuck are we fighting?"
Exactly, and then that's exactly why when you're done working, when you come home, you're just like, I don't want to hear it from nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to go because your brain has been in defense all fucking day.
Yeah, you're knackered, bro.
Never gave it a break. You never gave it a break.
Yeah.
And that's why I told you that week that I took, that week and a half, it was me taking a mental. This phone was never on. My laptop was never on. When it was on, is to communicate with my family, to make sure everything is okay. To let my Patreon know, hey, I'm good, guys. I'm just doing my thing, keeping up with my people. And that's the only way. And I wasn't in there. And I noticed something. Every trauma, everything that I've dealt with, that week all came into fruition. That whole week. Issues with my parents, issues with my dad specifically, issues with my wife and me.
Are we sure we're not related, bruv? Like, I'm sitting here like, he can't.
Hold on, touch fingers. Touch fingers.
Where's my finger? Oh, there. I couldn't
touch
see.
Fingers.
I was touching my screen. No, I'm telling you, bruv.
We got the DNA.
Because, man, I was raised on abuse, but I had to live through that and educate to survive. So I'm the only one in my family, I feel, that doesn't form in this logical thinking. Mine was always creative, but I was raised in a religious school that, creative thinking is not allowed. And then you're separated. So then I had to learn to adapt to fit in. So I was always in survival. And I remember just being always confused, but surrounded by abuse. My mother was unfortunately a dick. I'm not even calling him a dad. Ian was an absolute prick. There was so much in the upbringing, and that has a massive influence when you understand survival instincts, because you didn't learn anything. You never learned happiness. You learned how to fucking survive.
That's
day
it.
to day. That became the norm. Survival was the norm, and your brain then, when you're happy, that's why you doubt it, because you go, "What's wrong?" Because your brain spent 30
immediately
years
exactly. The minute that something good happens.
Yeah, it's a problem.
The first thought in our minds is, when's that other foot gonna drop?
Yeah. When do I need to survive?
Immediately.
What's going wrong? What's happening?
Immediately. This shit usually doesn't happen to me. Why is it happening to me? Somebody's trying to do something. When's it coming? I'm ready. You can't even enjoy a blessing. People can't even enjoy a blessing anymore. And that's where I went through all the bullshit that I went through. You went all the bullshit you went through.
Yeah, man.
To get to a point where I can speak for myself. I can't speak for you, but for myself, I can say that I am truly, truly at this point eternally happy.
Yeah.
Because
I'm meek, because this is it, bro. This is, and people go. I read something the other day. Someone said, I can't listen to you because of swearing or because of this, or someone said there was never ADHD when I was around. Suddenly there is. Yeah, and that's the problem, motherfuckers, because you have this such negative opinion of people, freedom, allowed to be themselves. You were raised in such a one-way thinking, regimented, happy little soldier that has to follow suit. There was no such thing as freedom. So we're the generation in this fucking weird, where we were still in this do things one way, you've got to do that. And then slowly the ship's turned to go, you can be you. But it's a little bit late for us because we're not in development mode anymore. We're in coping phase. So we're learning this on the fly. They're either side of the fence. We're smack bang in the fucking middle of this trauma. And then some fuckhead goes, oh, I don't like the fact he's bouncing around. I couldn't give a flying fuck what you like or what you don't like, you bellend.
That was actually going to be one of my questions that I have for you. Man. It's like if there was a comment out there that, if there was like a comment that someone told you that really sticks into your head about how you do your reactions and your style of doing it. Because I put myself I'm not a breakdown channel. I'm a comedic, energetic channel. That's the category I put myself in. Comedic, energetic. Man. Because that's what you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting energy. You're going to be. If I don't make you laugh, then it's for two reasons. You haven't smoked enough, or you don't have a soul.
I like the categorizing that.
That's it.
Never smokes enough, or you got no soul. Other than that, you're fucking dead to me. So just walk away.
That's a fact.
I saved my comments, so I have 185 in my phone because I like responding to them because they're funny to me, and I use them when I'm writing lyrics. I go in and I have a look. So there's loads on there. I think the main ones is I hate people saying fakery, and I'm like, but you don't know me. Anyone who knows me. I had someone in work the other day message that your name came up in a Ren channel. And they said, I was shocked that you came up. And he said, and I saw a couple of haters in there, which there ain't many, but there's always one or two around. And this person's like, I know you. You're fucking nuts. Like, what the fuck do these people know anything about you? They know nothing other than what they're seeing. And then someone said it best to me. They said, it's because you have comfort in freedom. So you're able to be yourself and don't give a fuck. And people hate that.
And they despise it.
How dare
I learned that very early on YouTube doing this shit. That I was feeding into the hate comments in the beginning, and then I got myself out of it real quick. Not real quick, but I got myself out of it eventually. And one of my employees, I managed a tire shop, mechanic shop, and one of my employees watches my channel because I do a lot of Upchurch and shit like that. And people are saying, oh, look how fake he is because, you know, my skin color, I'm from Brooklyn, I shouldn't be listening to Upchurch. That's not the type of music that my skin tone and where I'm from or how I talk listens to that type of music. No, that's fake. He's faking it for the views. And I'm just like, first of all, I didn't go out looking for Upchurch. Somebody recommended it. Second of all, I just found out you lived in my house. Because you have to be living with me for you don't know how I am.
Yeah. Like, how the fuck do you know?
And my coworker was just like, obviously, they don't know who the fuck you are, bro. He's like, you're a manager, and sometimes you act like that with a customer. He's like, so if you're going to do that with a customer, he's like, you're not going to go fake it in front of a fucking camera, bro. I was like, I don't
filming it.
After that, that's when I was just like, and then I just have fun with it. I just troll.
I didn't give a fuck. I normally write to music. I made massive mistakes with brain squeeze. I never respected how much of an influence I had until a massive clash that I had with a admin and a space, which is unfortunate that it happened, but it did. And fuck it doesn't matter.
Right.
But that's when I realized how powerful brainiacs were, because the retaliation that I saw from at that point, it was like 40, 50,000. Bruv, because I was fuming. I was like, so I'm adding fuel to this fire because I'm like, motherfuckers, like, who the fuck are you? And then I realized the Warriors, man, it was like creating this fucking army of people.
Yes,
like,
sir.
who the fuck said that? And it became like, whoa, okay, I need to I need to back out. Lucky I got a good mod team that helped and calmed me down and still do now. But dude, there was a couple of moments I had to think like, holy shit. That's 40,000 people back in your corner. Like, that's dangerous.
There was when I did that political stunt. Well, not really a political stunt, but when I pretty much posted that I voted.
Oh, okay.
And then I voted for Trump, and everybody and their mother. I'm unsubscribing to you and all this other stuff. And then I was just like, whatever. And you know, I kind of did get in my feels because I'm like, I was voting for Trump before you knew that I was a Trump supporter. So what makes me different? Because I voted for somebody that you didn't vote for doesn't make any sense to me. But I got a little bit confused. But then I saw Vibe Gang, and I saw the way Vibe Gang just went. It looked like Jorge said, "Get this man!" And all the Vibe Gang just came in flooding. Yo, if you don't like what the fuck he thinks, then get the fuck out. And I was like, there's no cursing in here. They're gonna get you kicked out. Like, what? But they went in on everybody. And then when I saw that, I was just like, that's fucking beautiful. It's just a beautiful feeling knowing you have that back. I was
turned on to fuck, but I had to step back because this channel got shut down. They had to open up another bit because it was all kicking off and it was all crazy. And I was just sort of like, fuck, I instigated a lot of that. Like, just to vent it, you know, just like, I can't really fucking believe it. Looking back now, it was stupid. It was stupid fucking discussion. But at that point, I'd never dealt with that. And that's the thing. People need to remember this. We're just two individuals that one day went, I'm going to listen to music as I've always done for fucking years, but I'm going to record it for the privilege of you watching. That's the only difference. That now you get to see it. And then suddenly everyone and their fucking mother has an opinion about what good and bad looks like. And they think we prepared ourselves for that. I didn't prepare myself for someone attacking me. Because if you did that in the street, I'd beat the living shit out of you.
Talk to them crazy. Talk to them crazy! That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Like, you could say whatever you want to say on a computer screen. Yeah. That ain't shit. Even if we're on live, you can say, because I can't touch you, unfortunately. I want to touch your hair. I've been dying to just do this to it. But I can't touch you. So you can even be on camera and be bold enough to talk shit face to face on camera. Yeah. But the ones that are talking the shit will never. No. If you see me in Walmart, you're not going to tap my shoulder and say, "You voted for Trump? Fuck you!" Because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen.
I'm gonna get a plane and I'll see it. So
you just walked into my 6-foot area. Once you in here, I legally go fuck you up.
Absolutely.
And right, I'm gonna measure it, and your nose is broken off rip.
But that's the thing, people don't think that. And then the bit that gets me is when it's always behind closed doors. And I'm like, I've always vented out loud. I'll make a video about it. I'll show the fucking comment. I'll show you how fucking wrong you are. But then I see all these little fucking pops of gremlins in their own little world manifesting this story. Like, I heard one about me, you, and Disco doing something sick and disgusting was the term. And I went, is someone going to tell me what that is? Because that sounds exciting as fuck. I would have been about that. But I wasn't privy to this.
I was about to ask you where's the video and what day was this, because I don't remember even meeting. I'm not gonna fly all the way to the UK to have a threesome with Disco Doc and Brain Squeeze. I won't fly to do that shit. I'll swim over there to get that shit done.
I was gonna be disappointed there, bro.
Boy, I'll bring the lotion and the whips.
I'd meet you fucking halfway, mate. So I need you to have a lot of energy. That's all, man. I don't want you tired when you're here, man. Because then
I'm gonna get Red Bull, and I'm gonna bring Red Bull, and I'm gonna bring my heart medication. We good.
That's good. That's good. Because if you're tired, we're in Diddy World there. I don't want to be doing like some shit by your heart. I don't want to be doing that, man. You know, I don't look good in a towel, so chasing people. I don't run very fast, man.
Oh my god! And you know what's crazy? I don't even see Disco Doc even running. I see him standing right there with just butt ass naked, just doing this.
I reckon, man, like a god.
Just waiting for us.
God, like those marble statues that you see, man, like some Greek god.
Shiny as shit.
Just waiting, buffed and ready, man. That's how I see that.
Because he wants you under one armpit, and he wants me under another one, just holding his chest.
But I think Disco's one who'd film it though. I think he's definitely one of those boys. He'd have a camera somewhere. I would too. Yeah.
I'll get the copy. The copy.
Fuck it.
Why not? Fuck it. I'm not gonna film it because I don't want to have it on me. But just send me the copy in the email, and then I'll just post it on my channel.
Definitely, man. I keep tempting with an OnlyFans, man. Maybe this is how we start that off. But yeah, going back to people, man. I think sometimes
you know they're gonna take that and clip the fuck out of it, right?
Fuck, I hope so, man. That's an easy short for you, mate. Put it on Vibe channel. You make all the money, mate. Living the dream.
Let's do it. Let's do it. But no, definitely. I mean, though, it's just a part of the business that we have to deal with, and unfortunately, we have to fucking deal with it.
But we weren't ready for it. I think people just need to remember that. We've got it now, and we're starting to make sense of it. But at that we were just two blokes that if you said that to me, I'd kick off. That's my natural reaction. Go, fuck off, mate. So what makes you think I'm going to be any different just because I've got a YouTube channel that I don't know yet? I don't understand the brand. I don't know what I'm doing in that headspace. So I'm going to fuck you up is what I'm going to do. And it just fucking annoyed me. But yeah, lucky it's few and far between now. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck.
It's just for the most dumbest reasons. It's for the dumbest fucking reasons. It's like you don't agree with what I think about in music. You don't agree how I feel about certain people in music. Let's say it was all fake. Let's just say that. How is that affecting the person doing it?
Yeah. What about? It's quicker to hit skip than it is to type some of the bullshit.
No, it's as easy as not subscribing.
Oh,
if you think I'm fake, if you think we're fake, if they think that we're fake and we're all this bullshit and we don't know what we're talking about, then why are you still here?
Yeah, what are you
is the
doing?
question that I'm trying to figure it out. Are you here just so you can have that avenue that you can just come and talk shit because you feel a certain way?
Yeah.
Nigga, go and talk to somebody and write it down.
We'll come hug you if that's what you need. If you need
Right
a hug,
here.
just say it. Just say, I need a hug from Brain Squeeze. I need a hug from Reactor that dances around, and we're ready for it. Uncle Ray is gonna squeeze you tight, and I'll rub your forehead. I mean, whatever you need. But don't fucking start firing a comment section. All your years worth of unresolved issues from the fucking past. Just talk. Just say you're having a bad day. It's so much better. Like, we can deal with that.
I remember. Have you ever had a day of recording? I really don't know how you do your thing. I don't know how you really record format, because some people do it different. Like, I record all my videos and then I post them all at the same time.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you do it that way, but even that just doesn't really matter. But when you're recording, have you ever had a day of recording that you're just like, all these reactions are trash, I don't even want to put these up, I don't feel like the energy is up to par, I don't feel like...
I've had that where I feel like my first ones are the worst ones. Sometimes it takes a while to get in, and you'll know because there's a lot of focus mode when my brain's just kicking into gear and waking up. There's only been a couple that I haven't put out, but that's because they were requests from artists that people love, and I could just tell from the comments. So I'm getting excited, and I'm like, that's amazing. If they're excited, I'm ready for this. And I listen to it, and my brain just doesn't gel. And it's not to say that I will never react to that track again. I'll do a different one from that artist if in the future I'm gonna, but that one's tainted. And I'll just sort of go, it didn't land. So for me it was, what's his name? Dax? Is it Dax?
Dax?
Yeah, like Dear God was one track that he did, and there was and I loved those. And then there was a couple of others. The man's talented.
This is the thing about the thing about Dax. This is the thing about Dax with me, and a lot of people don't like that I say this.
Okay.
I don't like Dax as a rapper.
Oh, okay.
I like Dax as a singer. When he's doing that Dear Alcohol music like that,
yeah,
I'm 100% a Dax fan. When it comes to his rapping, I'm not really into that fast rap that. Like, I get that what he's doing is lyrical. I can give him that. I can give him that what he's doing. I can't do it. So I can't really say shit about it. So yes, I understand there's some people that love that shit. And that's cool. But as a rapper, I wouldn't put him in my top. As an artist singing a song emotionally, Dear Alcohol, things like that, things that I can touch, I'm there. I'm 100% there with him. Because I feel it when he does it. He has a good voice. He has a unique singing voice. So that's what attracts me, is a unique singing voice. So I'm always just like Tom McDonald. I don't like Tom McDonald's I like what he's saying on the political, but being the same political rap over and over again, it doesn't jive with me. I get what you're doing, I understand it, and I respect it, and I know there's a lot of people that love it. I'm not saying don't do it. I like Tom McDonald's rapping, though. That's where people don't understand it. They think that all Tom McDonald does is that political shit. No, he does not.
No,
he has a whole bunch of rapping music. So when I say I get it, because he's saying everything that I believe in. I support everything not everything that he says, but I support majority of the things that Tom McDonald says in his political shit. I do understand it and support it. But I'm like, this is hip hop to me. I want you to rap. Yeah. So when he isn't on a track rapping, I'm in there, son. I'm 100% in there.
I like when he features. I feel like his best comes out. It's like M when he's featuring with others. I almost feel like he's got a point to prove, and then he comes out. I'm like, yes, bro, that's what I like. There's less political. It's more just
M is always gonna have that dog fight in him.
Oh fuck, it's battle rap, man. That's what that boy does.
He comes from that cloth, and that's another question. That's a beautiful segue, because that's another question that I wanted to ask you about being a reactor and being a rapper.
Yeah.
Segueing through being a rapping and talking about rapping. Obviously, you can use the content of your YouTube career and the things that happen in YouTube with you and the people that don't like you, and you can use that for ammo for lyrics and stuff like that. But do you feel more therapeutic doing your music or more therapeutic doing your reactions?
I think they're the same, man. I get therapy from both. So the way that it breaks it down, for reactions, I get to be me 100% without the thinking space. I get to go, just leave me the fuck alone for 20 minutes to react, love music, and then that's it. When it's writing, you got to remember that's my therapy, bruv. So that's normally when it's normally when I've learned a new theory about behavior awareness, and then I've dug into my brain, gone back years, thought about something. I need to vent it. And it's a hard thing to vent, man. It's programmed to hide. So I write it. And that's where my fucking pen goes, man. And there's sometimes, bruv, like I can tell you some stuff, and I'll share it now on this. So this is for all your channel and everyone on there. I have rap battles ready for individuals that I just know that have an easy trigger sometimes, and I do that sometimes as almost
Put it out!
Put
it out!
Yeah, I can't,
bro. One after the other. Do Freestyle Friday and do it every Friday. Back, and then get them all the fuck out of here.
And they hurt, man. And and it's not just one or two, bro. These are massive artists because I study music. And people don't get this. Like Tupac, I studied. Eminem, as a kid, I studied this dude, man. I learned of that because it was his pain, and I learned to inflict my pain on it through the pen. So writing is not hard, but if you're gonna fight me and you're gonna bring music and creative thinking, I'm gonna fucking murder you. I'm gonna murder you lyrically. Did no one hear Going Diddy? There's so many bars in Going Diddy that others still haven't got, that I like just waiting, and I haven't. I was gonna do a video where I break down the bars. But the Johnson, I can't remember the Kevin Hart bar, but I've got the Kevin Hart movie, the Johnson link in there. The Kevin Hart is the whole situation with Diddy. I made logical links that go beyond the realms of thinking, and I was like, I did that on a train journey without even trying, and I was just like, and these fuckers like, just in case they come at me, I'm ready, man. I'm fucking ready just to drop one and just go. So I think that is always in me. I enjoy battle rapping, but I enjoy the fighting through a pen. I think that's fun as fuck. Slaughterhouse did that, so they did a great thing where, and you'll have to go and listen to that. We might be able to play it through here, bruv. So I did a rap battle with the entire Slaughterhouse, and they went and did one through. They all writ it, and then they put it through like Disco Docs AI, and it was amazing. I had such a fun time with them. But then I was like, now I get to respond. And I challenged myself for 24 hours, I think, 24, 48 hours. And I writ mine. And there was loads I didn't release. And it's still it's about 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes long. And then I go into a fucking acapella at the end because there was a Star Wars bar in there. I'm a massive geek. So I fucking did a whole Star Wars thing in there. And my final bar, if you know Star Wars, mates, I ended it like Django, this slave just won. And if anyone gets the reference, you've got Django is in the movie.
I love Django.
So Quentin Tarantino, one of the greatest directors ever in my mind. But if anyone knows Star Wars, Django and the ship's called Slave One. And I had shit like that in there, and people were like,
"Holy shit!"
Fuck? And I went, "Yeah,
that's crazy."
And the Django bar and the Stormtrooper bars, and I was doubling.
We're exactly where I want to be right now. Exactly where I want to be right now. Writing process.
Yeah.
I need to understand the mind of Brain Squeeze in the writing process of battling, and the writing process of when you're writing a song from the heart when you're trying to teach something.
Oh man,
where are you? Are they the same? Because I know there's a lot of artists that have different mindsets depending on how they're writing, depending what they're writing about. So how is yours?
So if I'm doing something that's nice, so I'm doing a song with Lions Den. Shout out to Lions Den, man. We got a massive track coming. That's It's really exciting, and I'm doing
fire.
stuff I've never done before. So this boy, he's already done his. I'm under pressure, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna do. It's a happy track, and it's completely out of character, but I'm loving it. That one I think about because I get to dissect. It's happy, and I've got to come away from this anger. I've got to just enjoy it with the pen. When I'm in battle mode, mate, I go hyper focus. So what happens there is like I always get I start with the most technical. What can I do? And I'm in my mind always bending bars. How many different words can I make sound different? And the minute I grab one, I have a word, that's my starting block. And if it's something that I can bend to be 2 or 3 different meanings, I start in the middle and then I work like a sandwich, top and bottom. And then things get moved. And, you know, I've been writing tracks that way for ages. I'm always trying to bend the fabrics. And if I'm not feeling as though a person can listen to this 3 times and still find new stuff, then the song sits in my phone. It sits somewhere aside. I just don't do that. It's got to be technical, man. I love technical bars, and I push myself to do that.
I love that. I love that because I attempted to write once.
Oh man, I want to see that. Come on, bruv.
And I mean, I have that one song out.
What?
I have one song out that I did.
Since fucking when?
Was it December? December, yeah, it was a Christmas.
What? Why has no one told me about it? Vibe Reactions has a track that I haven't reacted to or heard.
I mean, it's one of those. It's one of those funny Christmas jingle type shits, but it's still a track. I consider it a track because I wrote it, I rapped it,
yeah.
Not rapped it. I said it. So I mean, it's up there. It's funny. It's like I just sat down on a Sunday. My wife was just like, why don't you do like the Adam Sandler shit and just make funny songs? And I was like, oh yeah. And then that right there, I wrote it. I sent it to Larry Belafonte. Shout out to Larry Belafonte. And I did the little editing and all that and put it out.
I love it.
It did
man.
pretty good.
I'm a massive editing fan, so I'm really fucking pedantic with editing as well. I'll spend days on that. Everything has to be perfect, man. It's that hyper focus. It's that need to do that. Do you know that when I started writing, I remember like I was doing it to vent, and the only reason I released any track is because one day I went into work and I'd written this song. I think it was the first song was called Love Is. I've still got my first pad that I wrote this song. It was called Love Is. And it's like love is crazy, love is mental, love is blue, sometimes color red and sometimes color blue, something like that. And it was fucking intense. And I recorded it. And then there was a friend of mine called Chris Hewish, and I still know this dude now. I came into work and I said, bruv, do you want to listen to this track? So he's got in it, no idea it was me. This is a true story. And I'm sitting there and I'm proper like nervous, like, he's going to rip this. And his little head's going and he's like, this is a fucking tune, man. It reminds me of, there's a group called The Streets. He said, bruv, this is fucking intense. And then I watched his brain looking at me, thinking, why is he looking so fucking nervous? And then his brain went, is this you? And I was like, yeah, bruv, that's me. Like, don't say anything. Like, that's me. And it was the first time anyone had heard anything. And I'd written pads and pads of music. The first time I'd recorded it. And this dude went, do another one. Do another one and bring it back. And he just kept wanting to hear it. And only he knew. For fucking months, man. Only he knew. And he kept listening, going, man, you've got to put this out. You've got to put this out. And I was just too embarrassed to, man. Too embarrassed to. And then I did. I shared it. And then I did a album called Poetry in a Pint. And that was one of my favorite albums to do. And I've got like 3 mixtapes out there already that I did. And they were just for fun. But that's when I started hearing my pain. And I started hearing some tracks where I went, fuck, that's dark, man. Like, that's dark. And it was like, fucking people were saying, your darker ones I love the most. The Plan Part 1 and the Plan Part 2. If you haven't reacted to them, Vibe, you got to get on them, bro. You got to hear that.
That's a great segue, because I was just about to say, what's the one song, if somebody would tell me, hey, I need to hear a new rapper, who do you recommend? What song would you recommend to somebody if they're looking for a new independent rapper to listen to?
But from me?
From you.
So the first one would be Going Diddy. That's my favorite track that I enjoyed. That's
That track is.
That was a fucking track, man. Like that, and I've written the second and third, but they're part of my in the back pocket just in case. But what happened with one of them is called The Plan. I did The Plan Part 1 and The Plan Part 2, and these are cults on Brain Squeeze. I had to take one off because it was a bit intense. I was having people going like, "You're taking me to a dark place." The second one I did was crazy, but the first one is me talking to myself. But I'm talking about all the abuse. And I'm talking about seeing my old man, and the internal voice is going, you can't do anything. This side is going, go fuck yourself, destroy that dude.
Right.
But then the second one, I get him. And that's where it changes.
So you're doing a whole, it's a whole story. You got to go down the whole line and listen to that shit.
And I've written the third one where I see him left in the state I had, but they're reviving him. And I'm getting annoyed.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna play that one. I'm not gonna play that one because I want to do physical reactions, and I want to do them like a series of it. So when you drop the third one,
I haven't put out the third one. No one knows the third one's.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'll do the first one and the second one. Yeah. And then if you decide to drop the third, I'll be right there with the third. So we're not doing that one today. We're not doing that one today.
No.
So give me. I'm just saying those because that's a whole story. That's a whole story. We gotta talk about that one.
Yeah.
All right. So any other song besides those?
Going Diddy was definitely one that's on
there.
Diddy. Songs of mine. Fight to Survive. So I did a track called Fight to Survive where I wrote a story about a young girl that in where I lived at the time was a place called Luton, and there was a young girl that got attacked, and it turned out that she was a mother. And she was on the game, so she was a prostitute or whatever the terminology would have been. And that stuck in my head. And I ended up writing a whole track on it called Fight to Survive that talks about it from her point of view and how she's been let down. And I wrote this track, and dude, when I found the lyrics to it, and I did a live recording on Brain Squeeze. It's on my channel, and I'm rapping it live. And in the choruses, man, I'm breaking down because I'm like, fucking hell, this is intense, because I knew it was real. And I wrote this track for this lady. I think she ended up taking her own life, unfortunately. But yeah, I wrote the whole song. I wrote her story because the story was so loose and shit, and it was all about her being a prostitute, and almost may as well be saying she got what she deserved. And I just thought, well, no, because she didn't decide to do that. Life let her down, and she was left doing that. So I remember writing Fight to Survive, and it was painful to go back and record, bro, because this was just from, I got like 7-8 books full of music, and I mean full of written, and I just grabbed one. I just thought, there's a whole track here, let's just have a go at recording it. It ended up being amazing. It was a great song to record live.
See, and that's why I'm in awe with artists, with rappers, musicians, anybody that can write music. It's just like, y'all could just, when the moment just hits you, you guys could just sit there and paint the picture, and it's just like you got that talent. It is unique, and that's why where I started finding a lot of uniqueness in the independent scene when I started doing reactions, and I started to see like Upchurch and Ren and just artists like that just took the lane of music and just fucking blew it up and just did some crazy stuff. And some people don't there's not their cup of tea of music for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just when I listen to an artist, I like to listen to three things: cadence, delivery of that cadence, like you got to be on that beat like it owes you money, and you need to make me feel something. I don't care what it is, but I have to feel it to the point where it's going to make me give you a natural reaction. So if you have those three things when I listen to you, an artist, I don't give a fuck what kind of music is it that you're playing.
It just hits you, man. I
have to feel that shit.
Bro,
Understand something. I'm from a Hispanic culture. I'm not from anything else but a Hispanic culture. And in the Hispanic culture, when I first brought the type of music I was listening to was Spanish music. I wasn't listening to hip hop. I wasn't listening to country. I wasn't listening to the Beatles. I wasn't listening to any of that. I was listening to Anthony Santos. I was listening to all these Spanish Dominican artists that was played around my house since I was from birth to like freaking 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I knew. My first language was Spanish. I didn't speak English. How can I communicate with my parents as a baby when my sisters are in school? And I don't know what the fuck I want. So my first language had to be Spanish.
Yeah.
I learned going to school around my sisters. I obviously caught on. But it's just like, just because I look this way, don't assume that I like a certain type of music. I love all music. When I came into hip hop, did I fall in love with hip hop? I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Absolutely, I fell in love with it. That's why when I put it on the list, I'll say hip hop is always going to be my first love.
Yeah, right.
Hip hop is always going to be my first love. I'm always going to go right back to hip hop at the end of the day. But look how much music is out there. So when an artist could do that, when an artist could do so much, that's where you got me.
I'm with you, man. It's got to hit you, and it's the same if I'm writing. It's got to hit me as well. Like, I got to feel it. I go back and listen to my own songs. I have to feel them, you know. And it's like, you know, the round two of the battle. The reaction that you did was one of the greatest things in my head because, you know, Black Speed, I fucking love that dude. He picked up on the did he or didn't he? Definitely didn't. But he picked it up from that excited. But I was like, no, I need to see more because that's crazy bars what I read there. The did he or didn't he? Definitely did, and ended it Machiavellian. Like I knew
you were going.
You blew your mind, bro.
I knew you were going there before you got there, and that's what got me excited because I said I kind of hyped myself up, and then in that very instant, it happened. So I said, "Oh, it sounds like he's about to go on a big pun scheme or a big pun flow."
And then it was carrying on.
And then right there you did it, and I went, "No, bro!" I'm telling you, hey, when I heard it, I was like, "Dude, this is the one. This is the one right here." And then this motherfucker lost.
I know, but I lost. Come on, man, I lost the Straw Hat Dynasty. So
shout out to them. Straw Hat Dynasties are amazing.
I love those two. And if I'm going to lose to anybody, I'll lose to Straw Hat any day. Any of them on there, I enjoyed everybody on there. Everyone had talent and different things. I enjoyed listening to the different styles. Was everybody on beat? That wasn't the point. We're not out there for that. It was out to just fun. And I think sometimes
to have fun,
there was a couple of judging moments where I was like, all right, calm down, man. You know, Black Speed got it. He was in the zone, and there was the other dude, which I talk, who does loads of mixing and mastering.
Jesse?
Yes, that's the dude. But it was another
Shout
dude.
out to Jesse. Jesse's the dude that got my computer and everything working right. He literally,
you could tell.
I went and he said, "Yo, give me a day. I got you." I gave him a link. He jumped on my shit. Well, he gave me a link. I jumped on. He got into my computer and he started telling me to do different things. I did it. After an hour and a half, everything got fixed. I was like, "Woo!" Shout out to Jesse,
I love
man.
that. But I just think sometimes it was a bit too serious. It's like, come on, man, we just fucked about. But that whole one, I said to Disco, I'd written a different one. I'd already written it, but it wasn't hitting me because the beat was so fucking good. The beat was just my type of beat. And I thought, Hector, you're not doing this right, man. You got to do it. And I had to record it that evening. I was traveling home from work, and it's like an hour journey. I scrapped my entire round two, and I writ that round two from the start of a place called Ponty all the way down to where I live in South Wales, man. And it's an hour and a bit. I'd writ that whole track. And I got home and I had to record it. I was in the fucking zone. I got in. I was like, I got to go record it. I went straight upstairs, recorded the whole thing. Bang, 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 bang. And then sent it to Disco that evening. And I was just like, this is the one, mate.
Sometimes I get like that with reactions. Sometimes if I hear if I'm in the car and I hear like an Eminem song or I hear a Upchurch rapping or Akal or whoever, and something goes on and I'm really into it, I'm like, I need to get home. I need to get in the studio.
Yes,
now I want to react. Now I want to listen to music to wall out and shit. And I just jump on the studio and I just record and say, fuck it. I guess I'm recording today, and I'll just record and do it.
I had no plan. I've done it on the lunch break, like where I'm busy work, think fucking hell, and I put something on, and then I'm like, I need to do a reaction. I need to quickly set up and do this, man. I got 20 minutes. Just fucking do it. And I think sometimes those are the best ones, man. You're in the zone, unplanned. Let's just fucking go at it.
Now, I got a question for you. Are you excited for me and you to be the judges on Disco Doc's
Fuck yeah, man.
Fire and Doc's booth?
Because we're going to do it the way that we've already been saying about we're going to mark them on, like you said, how it makes us feel. So sometimes it's not the technicality. If I go, this is fucking making me buzz, afterwards we'll dissect it and the extra points. But the buzz alone is something that I think me, you, and everyone that's going to support that is just. Is it just Crow? I didn't know if we were having any other judges.
I think it's just her.
Oh, okay, so the three of us. So we're just going to be fucking bouncing off the ideas and just loving life. As we do reactions normally, I think it's just going to come out on that. I'm looking forward to it, man. I cannot wait, bro.
Boy.
And I get to work with you. So...
absolutely. Anytime that I could work with my brother, that's the best time in the world. The best. That's why I said, yo, we're about to get in there and do this for Disco Doc. We're about to get in there and judge. I was like, me and Brain Squeeze got to get together before, so that we could get that energy already hyped, and then boom, when it's time to judge and do our thing, we in there like swimming. Like, don't get me wrong, this is my first time officially judging something, like not hosting something. This is my first time just officially just judging, and I'm kind of excited.
I can't. I don't think I've judged anything
because I don't have to focus on what's going on playing the next track and setting everything up. Now I could just sit back and do this and listen to the music and say, all right, well, he was trash dog water. You need to get him the fuck out of here.
we need a chance to break people for a day. Just be like, you're shit.
I'm not gonna be. I'm personally. I'm not. I don't believe it's necessary to be that aggressive when you're judging something. But I am gonna be a little tough. I am gonna go, obviously, because we are judging this. So we have to take some type of professional look at it. But other than that, I'm gonna have a fucking blast, bro.
I'm gonna have some fucking fun time, man. And I'm gonna feel it from a writer's perspective. There's times when I think like people are so critical on bars, and then I'm like, you try writing that. So we're here going, this little bit here, like with Eminem, like this little bit here, didn't like, fuck off, man. Like you go write that. Because you never do that ever in the history of fucking ever. Shut the fuck. You can barely string a comic together.
Bro. That's the crazy part about it, bro. Like people have their own opinions, and people are held to their own opinion. Have your opinion if you want to have that,
but don't be a bellend.
But don't be a dick about it. You can. There's. I guess that's what it is. I guess it's just the way they deliver their bullshit is what needs to tweak, because we're not coming at it in an aggressive way in that sense. So why come at it in that aggressive way? Like I did something personally to you. No, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, be like, bro, love your channel. Humbly disagree, but I love your channel. I have many of those comments, and you know what I do? Heart, like
every time,
and then write, appreciate you, bro, or ma'am, or my ninja, or whatever. I'll show it love back, and I'll stop the conversation because you just told me we're not going to agree. Cool. And that's all I need to know. I'm fine if I don't agree with you. I still love you like a human. I still love you like a brother. Come here. Give me a hug. I don't care if we don't agree on certain things. I'm not here for people to agree with me. I don't give a fuck if they agree with me or not. I'm here to make sure that I make Brain Squeeze smile.
Always.
Make sure that I make Vibe Gang and the Vibe Hive smile. Make sure I make every fan base out there that follows us and shows us love, I make sure I make them smile. As long as I get at least 10 people smiling in one reaction, that ratio to me is perfect.
Good, man. So I love it, bruv. I have had lush comments, man. So I had one with a dude who was, I think he's in his 80s. I get these a lot because of the Pink Floyd. I need loads in Pink Floyd, and I get an older generation.
Love Pink Floyd.
But what I loved is the fact that they used to be like, oh, this isn't for me, but I'm going to watch it anyway for love. But then they started going, I'm starting to get into this now. And I'm starting to learn. And I love that because I think we did that, bruv. Me and you did that, where someone years ago, he wouldn't have even dreamt of listening to Ren, Tupac, Eminem, that now they go, I get it because I'm on the journey with you, and I can hear it in a different way.
I get a lot of people like that with my Eminem reactions. I get so many people that they followed me from my Elvis reactions, from my Upchurch reactions, from my Ren reactions, and they never dabbled with Eminem. They know who he is, but they never really listened to him. And then they'll go and then watch one of my reactions saying, hey, I'm here for the algorithm just to give you that to help you out, which I fucking, just to do that alone, I appreciate the fuck out of. Right. And then they stay there and be like, you know what? I am kind of liking this. I'm gonna have to go back to all your Eminem ones because I didn't know any of this Eminem. I never knew any of this. And then they'll watch all my Eminem reactions and be like, bro, I think I just became a stan. Then I did my fucking job as a stand, bro. Got him. I call Eminem up. We got another one, Em.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I give him a shout.
Got another one.
I'm on the phone to Puck. Like, I've got Diddy, so I've done that. That one's in the bag.
Right.
I've got you some more fans as well. But I just love the fact that you get people that from completely different genres come across and they enjoy it. But I don't like the ones that go, this is a load of shit, I'm out. I'm like, it's not a fucking train station. You don't have to announce shit to me. You don't have to do that. Like, who are you talking to? Like, you think I'm suddenly going to go, oh, shit, CX125 username, go fuck yourself? I'll change my entire being. I don't give a fuck. Like you don't have to tell me.
User Nickelback 36 love chicks. I'll fuck you and your mother. How about that? Leave.
I'm never gonna sleep. I'm never gonna sleep again if you're never gonna listen. Oh fuck! I've been thinking about you all day, and now you've done this. You broke my heart. Fuck off! I couldn't care.
It's because it's not a lot, and a lot of people think that this is constantly. I don't get that a lot on my comments, but I do get it. I do get some, and then when I see it, I don't even pay mind to it. I ignore it. And I keep on moving with my day. But I look at it, and then I do sit and think a little bit and be like, why are you that upset to just make your exit that way? Like, to make your announcement, you paid a bill in my home and said, nigga, I'm leaving. I'm not paying shit no more. And then you walking out. Like, now I have to figure out how I'm going to pay this bill. No, like, if you leave, don't make your announcement, just leave.
I always picture what they're like.
This is what they are. I'm gonna tell you exactly what. Now you get me hype. Now it's your fault. This is Bray Squeeze's fault. It's not mine. This is them exactly. I'm gonna play it out for you exactly. And I just need you to enjoy the show.
I'm focused.
All right, you ready?
I was hoping you were naked.
Just in case you wanted to fight, I had the army pants on. Just in case you came here to fight.
Do it.
This is how it goes. All right, Mom.
This is OnlyFans.
All right, Mom. I'll clean up the kitchen in a minute.
Someone record this. This is OnlyFans content right now.
I can't wait to move the fuck out of this bitch's house. Let's see what's going on. Vibe reactions. Ren. Enter. Click. Nope. Fuck you. This is all bullshit. You think you know nothing. I tell you what, I'm 57 years old, and I'm gonna tell you 110% of the time that everything that I listen to is exactly what music is supposed to be like. And if you don't agree with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. Fuck this channel. You pause too goddamn much. And people want to hear you like to hear your own voice when you react. Fuck you. This is the bullshit channel. Knox Hill is better than you. And enter and then send. And then he does this. Oh, I'm not done yet. It's the whole process.
If you're gonna undo, you better be undoing your trousers because that's the bit out in my head.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. He sends it. And then waits and goes. His mom is screaming at him, come and get the fucking dishes done! Shut up, Mom! I'm a grown man! I'm 56 years old! He sees that nobody comments on it, so he's like, he didn't learn his lesson the first time, he's gonna learn it the fucking second. Ha! You think you know what the fuck Eminem really means? They don't mean that shit. You're not a real stan. You're a black guy from Brooklyn. You don't even know what the fuck Eminem's real name is. Hi, my name is a stupid fucking reactor. That's who. Kiss my ass. This is an actual comment that went in my Eminem thing. No lie. No lie. This is exactly the comment that went in there. I hate everything about people that try to ride on Eminem's coattail like some black people do. ... 5 reactions parentheses. Fuck you and I hate you. I hope you lose subscribers for this bullshit reaction. Enter. And then he stops and looks at it. And then he sees that all, Vibe Gang came, attacked it.
Yeah,
and he's like,
man.
Yeah, buddy.
Now you're talking. The belt's off, man. Cream's out. No, I don't. I see, Vibe, I disagree. I think on this one he goes dry. Because I think he likes.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay. So let me wipe it off. Let me just wipe it off. I'm just gonna wipe it off on the wall. I'm gonna wipe it on the wall when my nieces and nephew go and play. I'm gonna wipe it on this wall. All right. Can I get just a little bit of spit?
Ah, no, bro.
Can I get a little bit of spit?
No, I'm still dealing with the nieces and nephews wall. Like, let me just let that sit for a minute.
Oh, when they come over, they go there and they draw on the wall.
Bro, that's funny. But you're
that's
right,
exactly what happens.
Oh, that tickled me, that did, bro. Do you know what got me? Is when you went, nope, and then started typing, because that's the image I have when they literally just like, nope, and now I'm angry and I'm just gonna fucking tell the world. And I just think, what happens afterwards when they go talk to a partner? Like, is that victory? Is that?
No, I can finish it for you.
Yeah.
I can finish it for you.
Go on.
All right, this is what he's done. Because he has to grab it with his 2 fingers.
I was just
so
checking.
he has to wipe it off. And then he goes like that. And then he puts on Seal for some reason. He plays Seal after he, I don't know, Kiss of a Rose. Kiss on a Rose. And he listens to that song while he smokes the blunt that his boyfriend's girlfriend's next door neighbor had left over. So he smokes that. And then he calls his boy. Guess what the fuck I just did? You know that fucking guy Vibe reactions? I let him have it. Fuck guy thinks he knows everything. You know what his friend's saying? Why are you calling me? I'm at work.
It's 2 in the morning. What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck are you doing? Shut up, stupid motherfuckers. Yo, they just upset me for sometimes, and it's just like it's not even because you're doing something to me. It's not even because you're pushing your hatred towards me. It's because I still haven't had the proper question answered right. And it's why?
Yeah.
Why?
Just logically, why?
If I don't like something, I don't like Little Pump. I don't like his music. It doesn't I don't like it the way it makes me feel. Yeah. When I put a Little Pump song, I feel like going to my grandmother's house in New York City, knocking on the door, hitting her in the shins, and then coming back to Florida. That's what I feel like doing when I listen to Little Pump. So, you know what I do?
I
don't subscribe!
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that was the output. But Little Pump, I think I listened to one of his. And it was so fucking funny because that was at a time when I was like, I've insulted this new age of rap a lot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And it was the most unexpected reaction because I was like, you know what? And I picked him at random. Little Pump, and there was a lady there and they were smoking. I think it's called Get High or something. Brother, I clicked play and it was the biggest load of shit that I've ever heard. But it's one I had to upload because it was the funniest moment on ever because my expression doesn't change. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And it was Little Pump and he was with a woman and it looked like she'd been abducted. Like literally some Diddy shit. She's being held against her will. Brother, I couldn't vibe, mate. I couldn't do it. But that whole skip, someone cut that whole bit of Vibes to Stun. That's our OnlyFans started, bro. That's fucking right there. Someone's gonna smash one out over that. I'm telling you now, man. It's gonna be all the haters going, yeah, I fucking love that. I love that, man. That's what. No,
there's somebody that is not gonna say anything in the comment section that is watching us right now, and they're like that. Mom, is there cameras in here? How does he know?
Doing up their trousers quick, like fuck, like he can see. He can see
exactly what I'm doing. Fuck out of it. But it's fun. At this point now, it's just fun.
It is.
It's just fun, bro. It's just like I see it. I understand it. You're just not happy with yourself, and that's fine. But don't ruin my happiness, bro.
Yeah, don't project, man. I don't need to hear your fucking problem. Like,
if me and fucking Brain Squeeze want to fucking cuddle,
we're gonna cuddle.
Cheek to cheek. What are you talking about? What?
Just thinking in which direction we're cheeking, man. That's what I was thinking. Because I'm thinking if it's the other way around, it's double pay. I get it, man. I'm fully aware of it.
Got you.
I'm there, man. That's the previous. Got it. I haven't even looked at the comments. I just realised that I was on private chat and I just clicked comments and it shows all the comments.
Yeah.
I've only just realised that
14 people here, bro.
Fuck, I didn't even realise that. My apologies if anyone has written anything on the right-hand side and I haven't engaged that. So, quick one. Yes, and I love you to everybody. I'm hoping that's going to be correct.
You got it all. You got it all. You got the whole line. You good.
There, cool.
Actually, this is the moment right now that we're going to take about like I want to take about like a couple minutes and just have the waiting people in the chat for you to ask any questions they have to ask right now. So we are taking questions. So if you have a question from my brother, we will answer it throughout. Huh?
All this fancy stuff. We're taking questions. All this. I feel like I'm in a news fucking room.
It's because I want to make sure my guests, when they come up here, are felt like the superstars that they are.
Royalty, mate. I feel like royalty.
That's facts. I was gonna get your emblem and like put it somewhere here, but now they're charging $7 to print out shit from my email. So.
Oh, is it? That sucks.
I was gonna print out like a poster thing that I made, and I was gonna put it behind me. And you came up so I could show you, but then I said no.
Just a big picture of me, is it, bro?
That motherfucker said $7.
Just a big scribe of me, bro. Just looking at
it. It was a picture. It was a screenshot picture of you in one of your videos that you were doing a funny face, and then I had like I did my own little graphics to it, and I was gonna put a picture back up there, but I'm not gonna do it anymore because it was too expensive. Fuck that.
I mean, he's lying. It's just covered in mess. That's something.
It's too sticky to put into any frame.
The only poster that's got self-adhesive now. They're just anywhere.
The people are gonna start asking questions like, "Yo, Ray, I mean, I know you guys joke, but I don't know. It is. There is something. There is something going on.
Yeah.
Just believe whatever you think. Man. There's a lot, bro.
There's loads that I am like. I'm in a new place, so people like, where am I? I had to go outside because I knew it's gonna take ages. So the lighting's fucked. It's like a light blue.
You look great.
So
you look great.
Yeah, that's cool, man. But it's like black and white. I had to do what I had to do, man. Could you believe I did the REM reaction in the fucking hotel? So I took all my equipment with me, so I was working away. The fucking whole thing recorded in black and white, and I didn't fucking see it until the end. But then everyone loved it. There was like this noir feel to it, and I just thought, fuck it, I'll go with it, man. But you know when you've done recording and you're fuming, like after you've done that. After I ended it, I was like, it fucking recorded in black and white, you motherfucker! I was just so angry in my hotel room. Like I got everything right.
We got a question here from Betty.
Sorry, man. Go for it.
Boop. Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
What does your wife think about how many comments you get and how much we all adore you? Shout out to Betty Boop for the comment.
Thank you. Cheers, Betty Boop. And I know Betty Boop from Brainiacs. She loves it. I think it's fucking. She gets my brain and understands it and knows that I need it. And it's that interaction and it's the engagement, the constant need to be able to inspire and enjoy. Plus, like, I struggle with hobbies. I struggle to keep my mind active. I'm always like, I start something and then I'm like, fuck, I'll go over here, and then it stresses me out. And obviously, she doesn't want me stressed out as much as I wouldn't want her. So, embraces it, loves it, enjoys it, like loves the fact that there was numbers. You know, we were there when it was like when I was celebrating 10 views. You know, and I was like, I got 10 views. This is fucking amazing. And it was moments like that. So yeah, absolutely loves it. It's a good boost.
That is so dope. All right, uniquely unoriginal. She says, at Brave Speech Reaction, when are you dropping the reaction to what went wrong to? Love your face and reactions. You are gold.
Sepia black and white looks fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I'm telling
bad,
you that aura. Look at the shirt in the back though. I want everybody to focus on the shirt that's in the back right now, and it says Federico cut the beat. Shout out to my brother, man. Shit, hell yeah.
That's
so when are you dropping that reaction? She wants to know.
What went wrong too? What am I missing out here? Am I being thick? Excuse me for being stupid, man. What do you mean? What went wrong too? Am I being dumb?
Something went wrong one time, and then it happened again.
Loads going wrong, man. That's such a long list of things that go wrong. Like, if you just met Brain Squeeze, because I got a plethora of fucking incorrects that I have done wrong. But back that one up with what that meant, because it's my stupidity. Go on to another one. We'll come back to that one.
Okay, we'll come back to that question.
Thank you.
He loves your face too, uniquely.
Always.
And Dave's World, shout out to Dave World's React, man. And shout out to Miss Pat. My prayers and everything go out to Miss Pat. And all that. I hope she's feeling better. I heard somebody say Miss Pat was sick. So I hope she's doing a whole lot better.
I hope she's
Who
better.
would you like Miss Pat to react to that she will crap on because you call crap for not liking them? What?
So who would you like her to react to for someone that you got backlash for not liking them? Send in Mrs. Pat's way. So someone that you react to and you went, they're shit. Ping them to Mrs. Pat and see what she does with it. I think that's what they're referring to.
So I'm gonna give you. The answers. The questions are for him. It's not for me. But I'm gonna give you the answer right now.
and then he left. So that's the answer. What's his answer? Go fuck yourself? Is that what that is? That's a hell of a way to answer.
That's the answer right now. She needs to go and follow and react to my man Brain Squeeze.
Yeah, proper tickle me, that's it. And then
Casey Dawn, perfect question. Perfect question.
Fire at me, I'm excited. Are you wearing pants? I am. And I genuinely, I can stand up with pride now because I actually am wearing pants. And the reason being is because I'm outside and it's fucking freezing. So I had to be dressed for once in my entire life. And plus it was like, I had to be smart because vibes here, you know? And on the second meeting, I'll be all fucking like pants and just living the dream. But I thought for the first visit, definitely got to wear a collar. Do you know? I got matching smart.
Very professional.
Do you know what I'm professional. Saying? I did it
and I'm over here,
brother.
and I'm over here, and I'm like, I know that Brain Squeeze fucks with Outkast, so I'm gonna wear the Outkast shirt today. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and wear it. I'm gonna go ahead and wear it because Outkast is fucking fire.
Now,
Andre 3 Stacks is disgusting.
You want to talk fate, bruv? Outkast was one of the second albums that I brought with my own money because it was on a deal where it was like, I think it was like three for a tenner or something like that. And
really?
And I had the what fucking albums did I have? So I've had an Eminem one, D12, so it's a D12 one, and I needed a third, and I got Outkast, and it had a song on there, and it's a real like.
It's in the tip of my tongue right now. If you kept on going with the beat, I could have gotten
it. And that track was the one I just played, and it had a purple cover on it. Oh, fuck me. Any other day I'd be singing it. I'm
the same way. I'm not good with titles. I'm not good with titles or anything with songs.
Titles.
I can't. Like, if you tell me, hey, did you hear this song from this guy? Bro, you have to play the song for me to tell you yes or no. I don't go by that. I got a question from Ick Boy. And the question is, at Brain Squeeze Reactions, at Vibe Reaction, for both of us, are there any Ren songs that you do not vibe with? If not, what is your least favorite Ren song?
Let me think. I don't. Least favorite is a better way of putting it. I don't think there's ever a song I don't vibe to.
There's no song I don't vibe to. There's songs that I least vibe with, but I still vibe with to a sense, but not on my repeats. I don't replay that song over and over. Shit.
That's a hell of a question. I have to look at the. Yeah, I'd have to go because there's a couple, but then I'm like, yay and nay, or I'm like, I don't like it. But then I did after a while, and I'm like, yeah, I did. That's a good question, and I couldn't honestly answer, and I'd be faking it, and I'm not doing that.
I'm going through his playlist right now because I have to look at the thumbnail or I have to look at the name of the song in order for me to give you the song and the reason why.
I'll give an answer. I can give an answer. So there was one where he spoke about suicide, and that one I can't listen to again for obvious reason, because that hit me hard, because I had a friend that did that and I wasn't expecting it. So it's my least, but it's probably one that I will never go back and listen to again. I couldn't. I wasn't prepared for that reaction. And I knew the title, and I just thought it was going to be, the usual Ren digging into his own mind and that. But that one, it totally opened up. I remember doing the reaction to that, and it fucking done me. So I wouldn't say it's the least favorite, but it's not one I'd rush back to listen to ever, because emotionally it just triggered a lot of shit.
I would say it's difficult because
it's hard,
everything that he has a song about, I've been through, so it does affect me and does touch me in different ways. So it's like I don't get the same reaction from all of Ren's songs, but they are more hype songs than he has, and obviously I'm going to give you the same energy. There's some songs that is a little bit more personal that it hits me in a different way, but they're all so fucking different that it's hard to say my least favorite. I will probably say one of his features. Probably one of his features. Not even, because even in his features is fire, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look, he shows what a good artist he is, man. He's up there with one of the best. It makes it difficult. I've got to pick one that emotionally breaks me, and you can't even think of one. I think that just shows.
I would say probably like my least would probably be Freckled Angel, because it was more of a connection that he had with his friend, and it was more personal. And when I heard it, at the time that I heard it, I didn't know nothing of Ren, so to me it was just another song, and I haven't revisited recently to really understand it now that I know more of Ren. So I see that would be like my least played song. Will be Freckled Angel, but it's only for that reason, because I heard it once. It was deep. I felt what he was talking about, but on a personal level, it wasn't a song that I revisited over and over again.
Yeah,
because it was more of a like, I don't know. It was just weird. Not that it was a bad song. It was just like it's one of his songs that I won't replay ever again.
Yeah, you heard that it's good. It's just not one that's going to go in.
I took it for what it was at the moment that I took it for. I got the information that I needed out of it. I felt what he felt. I got what I needed, and now it's time to move on to whatever else he had. It wasn't a song that I'm going to go back and say, "Oh, I'm going to hear Freckled Angel today," and I'm going to go and play it in the car on my ride to wherever.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that. But it's a difficult question, because he does
good
have
question,
a lot of good music.
That fucked us both up, so it's definitely a good question, man. Fuck. How deep are these going?
I think my cousin Abby Girl here. Abby Girl reacts. Shout out to Abby Girl.
Shout out to the Bitter Betty podcast as well. I fucking love the
Bitter Betty podcast is here. Shout out to Bitter Betty. I like the way you say it. Say it again.
I know. Bitter Betty podcast.
You see the way
my
you said
accent doesn't do well with it, man. Bitter
moist.
Betty podcast.
No, you're doing very well. I'm moist all the way down to the back of my knee.
I love that.
Understand that. I'm gonna show you a picture later. Don't worry about it. Ray, I just want to say, Carly has something to say at Brain Squeeze. I just want to say I'm so grateful.
Oh, Carly,
how interactive and genuine you are on your YouTube channel and your IG as well. You're my favorite Ren track. You can name your favorite Ren track. You already named that to Carly, didn't you?
Fave one. No, that was one.
Oh no, you didn't answer.
Cool. No, I didn't answer that. My fave Ren track. Fucking hell. I mean, it has to be the trilogy, because it was one of the greatest moments of who the fuck is Violet. It caught me in that moment, and that done me, because that became this fucking thing. Do you know? And everyone's still like, "Where's the merch?" And I'm like, "I'm not here for money." Like, I'm not here for merch, man. But I think it's the love for it. So the whole trilogy, that whole Jack the Ripper vibe, and the fact that one took me on a journey, and the shock at the end was beautiful. But it had one of the best quotes that came out of my mouth of "Who the fuck is Violet," and that created this whole hashtag of "Who the fuck is Violet," and I just thought that was such a good moment. So I'd have to say that trilogy. Yeah,
it's a good one. That trilogy, when I first heard it, I was just like, what the fuck just happened in my life?
It done me.
The storytelling was crazy, man. It was nuts.
And the ending just fucking was like this Hellraiser puzzle box of like, what the fuck just happened at the end? Yeah, and I just loved the "Who the fuck is violent?" It was just such
Who the
an
Fuck is
ADHD,
Violent
like "Who the fuck is violent?" Like just doing my nuts in. But then I loved it. Who's that?
But that went viral though. That shit went viral for you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is violent, dude? That
still is. People still ask for merch with the shirt of "Who the fuck is violent?" I've got him in my wardrobe. I've got like 10. Like
really?
I'm not shit at sorting things out. I just haven't put them out for people. I've also got, and I'll shout out on here, Vibe, if you don't mind, brother. But we're going to be doing a charity run. I'm just still trying to decide of where it goes. So I've got all the original Ren Sick Boy albums. I brought them way back, vinyls, and all sealed and everything. And I got the Freckled Angel. I got the 2 Sick Boy covers that you've got. I've got the Violet release that he done with the fingers holding the pink heart. And I got some other stuff as well, all Ren related that we're doing for charity. So I've got to figure it out on how that's going to look and how to do it fair. But I think it's going to be just the minimum donation for everyone. Names on a wheel, click the button, whatever name comes up, first, second, third prize, that. But all for charity. The charity I'm looking at is for women in domestic violence is one. And there was another one that was a lifeboat charity that was close to Ren. So I'm torn up between the two at the moment, or I may just do both. But once I figured that out, I've got all the stuff ready for it. So those "Who the fuck is Violet" t-shirts, that's for that. So that's why I haven't gone mad with that, because I know that will mean so much more in a charity
whatever
event.
if you need me for anything, just I'll do anything you need me to do to support that, bro. In any form, way, in any way you can fit me in, just let me know. I got you. I got time in my hand now that I'm doing this full time. So if I can help in any way, bro, because it's harder to do it here. Me and my wife have been trying to find an organization for the past couple of months, and because I want to work with an organization, so when I do any drives or anything, I have a direct organization that I can work with. It's just that a lot of these organizations out here are like money grabs, and I don't want to be involved in that. So I'm trying to find for a non-profit type that is like. So that's why I'm trying to go through like a church or something away from like government related anything.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm trying to look for like a church, something that I know that the money that we have, whatever money I could raise, could go to the actual people that actually need the shit. And that's going to be something that we're going to add onto our Patreon also. It's going to be fully ran through the Patreon, and it's going to be, but we're trying to look for something that we can actually, an organization that we can actually work with that is going to actually make a difference to people. Not just, we're going to pocket 90% and then we're going to buy fucking ramen noodle and give it to people at the end of the month. I'm not paying for that. I don't want you to take all that money for that. I want the people to actually make a difference in somebody's life. Like, pay a bill, help with kids' schooling, or help with kids' school clothes, or equipment for school, or whatever it is that you need. It could go to that family. And it's just that out here, it's not a lot of people that I trust, and they're all
I feel you, man.
I get good feelings from people, and when I feel it, I just back out, and I don't even want to do it. And that's my problem.
Let's work together, man. I reckon we could do something good in that space. I think we could do something good in that. We'll have a conversation about it, because I think we could do something, and I've been thinking about it and toying with it for ages. I think two heads are better than one on that. And we'll get a wider audience for people getting involved. So leave that with us. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure all that. But that's what I've been thinking, man. Because I'm at 107,000, and I'm like, I gotta use this for something.
Can we stop for a minute, man? You are smashing it, bruv. Like you're at 120, 130,000. Is he just fucking off again? I bet he's gonna go check how many he's got. That's what he's checked. How many are you on?
I haven't checked.
Oh, I thought you had to do the numbers just to quickly. Yeah, 130-something thousand you're on. Dude, that's fucking monumental. And that's all because of you, mate. Like, even now talking to you, I'm talking to you like a brother, not as someone being interviewed. I'm talking to you like we're sitting in a room and there's others that are present whilst we're having a chat. And that's the vibe that you bring. It's just always this aura that makes me want to sit and engage. And, you know, I'm humbled all the time. I was watching one of your lives and I came into the chat and you made this massive thing about it. And I was just laying in bed, just me and the missus. And I was just like, check this dude out, vibes here. She's laughing. And then I said, I'm just going to say hi in the chat. And it fucking imploded. Like, it imploded. But you always then make the effort to to make everyone feel welcome. And I just felt a part of the life for like that 2 seconds. I think your natural energy does that. And I think sometimes people don't say that enough. I know they're saying comments of love, but you have this connection with people, which I don't think you even realize, man. And you make my day better.
That you can say that about yourself as well. I mean, you bring this that what you just finished saying right now is exactly what I felt when I first watched your first reaction. It was the same energy. It was just like I saw it and I was like, this guy is gonna fucking go big on this. Even if you don't want to, even if that's not your game plan and you don't care about it, you have that type of personality that you kind of don't even have to do much in order for you to hit it big. You have to do very minimum because you're just so naturally just the energy, the humor, the intellect, everything all boiled into a sexy motherfucker. So
sexy,
I mean,
you
already know what
it
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta make sure the glasses are right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we come as a package, bro. So I'm just saying that's how it works now. So, but no, I feel that from you, man. I do, and I thank you.
And it's that. Like, and when I started doing this Ren promo run, I did it because my brother was in need. I did it because Brother Ren said, "Hey, I'm back with this. I have to go get my medication. I'm not gonna be able to promote Slaughterhouse the way I want to because I have to go do it." And then I kind of felt that I'm like, he passed personally, not with YouTube, not with the subscribers, not with the Renegades, which I love so much. Like from the bottom of my heart, Renegade is my family, but not for all of that. Is for literally the music, his story, and his drive. That nothing is stopping him from hitting what he wants to do.
Yeah.
No sickness is stopping him. No person is stopping him. It's like he's an unstoppable force. That it doesn't matter what he has going on with himself. He's always going to do that. So when I saw that, I was just like, I need to do something. I've reacted to myself reacting many times. People like that for some reason. I don't know why, but I did it one time as a goof, and then it just went crazy. And
I'll have to try.
Then I said, you know what? I'm going to react to other reactors reacting to Ren. That's what I could do for him. That's what I did. And then I started meeting all these beautiful people, these beautiful human beings that are just doing the same exact thing that I'm doing it, but in such a unique fucking way that I need to know them down to the core of who they are as people. And that's when I was like, now I got to boost my podcast and I got to bring them up because I need a place where I could talk to them. So I had to bring the podcast back and do it big to bring these reactors in. And then I started meeting them and I Abby girl, she's like family now. You're like my brother. Goat, the Black Speed, everybody, bro. It's just go die.
And this is the thing, bruv. You do that because Goatworthy, I knew nothing about this dude. I know the Dotter and Goatworthy situation. I love rap battles. But then I listened to Goatworthy, but I already knew who he was because I'd seen him on your podcast. I didn't know his background of rapping and stuff, and that blew my fucking mind when I watched that dude. But that's the thing with your influence, bro. You do that, but I don't think sometimes you even recognize the power that brings because you're bringing all these names. Do you know these names to 130,000 people? And for those that do this,
they actually the chat just said it right now. It's 148,000.
Of course it fucking is. Yeah, it probably went up because it's you sexy fuck. It's because you stood up and I mentioned OnlyFans. Yeah, right. 10,000 on there straight away. But yeah. But I genuinely love you, man. I think you're a legend of the team, man. And I feel every moment that you bring. And I think that's the reason why you got amazing people in this comment section too, bro.
Oh, man. It's without them, without my wife, it wouldn't be nothing. And the reception that I've had from the reactors, I ain't gonna lie. I told this to Archie. I was like, which is Drink the Kool-Aid, React. He's another reaction channel. Amazing reaction channel. And I told him, and I was like, I don't know, bro. It's like, it felt like me doing that build my community stronger. Yeah. And then it just made something that we could, like, now network together. and you know, come up with ideas to do something besides just reacting. Because yes, we only could react so much. Let's do something different that has nothing to do with reacting. Let's like me and I want to do like little videos going out in the forest and recording stupid shit, or going to like haunted houses and doing dumb shit like that, and just doing different type of stuff. That's why with Gito and Truth and all these other dudes that I've connected with, and you, I feel like we could really bring this positive push towards YouTube instead of following the same negative bullshit routine just to get the view. Maybe we could all work in as one cohesive unit, not necessarily build one thing that we could call our own, but combine the whole entire the community and make one big unfuckable object.
Woo! See, I'm all down for fuckable, but I like the sentiment. Unfuckable with
we don't want to be the ones being fucked. We want to. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you come in if you come into this community with positive vibes, you're gonna get hugs. You're gonna get kisses. You're probably gonna get grabbed on a little bit by brain squeeze. I don't know, but
100% will. Put that in Patreon. What they get as part of the deal. 100%. Getting your brain squeezed. That is exactly what's going.
But just to keep it fair, you get to pick the part of the body that he squeezes.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I'm down for that. You're back, mate. This is a problem. This is definitely there. No, I love the energy, man, and I think that's where we get the opportunity to bounce off each other with ideas. One of the ideas I had was around doing stuff more for. I have loads of parents that come to us for breakaways and away from real life. And I was looking at doing stories. So reading stories. I love reading stories to my kid. My youngest kid now, you know, he's 5. My oldest now, like they're in 20s and 15, 16. But my youngest is 5. And I love stories. I love that emphasis. And I think sometimes parents need a break. And I know we're characters, bruv, as much as stories are. And to have our faces and a story being read, it's a connection there, man. Do you know what I'm saying? What's he doing? Is this here's what I've made earlier?
Bro, I literally have a second YouTube page called Story Time with Ray.
Fuck off. Are you being for real, bro?
I'm being dead ass. I'm being 100%.
Fuck! That's
so
amazing.
Now we gotta do something. Now we gotta do something. Now we have to do something.
That's blown my mind, man.
That right there. I have a straight. It has 702. I have 702 subscribers on it. I have over 20 something videos in it of me telling my house. It was pretty much my private stories of my personal life when I was a kid growing up, and then it's me coming up with fictional stories, shit that I just freestyle come up in the top of my head. I just get little. I get like person, place, your thing, and then I come up with a fucking story, and then I just.
Fate. I believe in fate. Brainiacs, if you're in that comment section, you know my feelings on this. NF was fate. Tom Mackie D was fate. Tupac, fate. Vibe Reactions, fate. You know, all of that. Bruv, I had no idea you had a channel that did that.
Absolutely. That's why it blew. When you said that, the minute you said that, that's why my face went. Like, how the fuck is that even possible?
I mean, that's happening now. That's
fucking
happening.
If it doesn't, it's because it was on us. If we didn't put this in fruition. If it doesn't, it's because we dropped the ball. We have to. Because that's crazy. I have a whole entire page for that. And that's you just said that. We have to link up together. We have to think of something, how we could implement that between me and you.
Oh, definitely, man. And I genuinely no idea, man, you had this other channel that done that. I mean, out of all the fucking things I could have plucked from my fucking brain, and I've written a story, mate. I've got a story about two people suffering from ADHD and autism and how they connect with each other. Opposites attract is the story I started writing. And it's about two neurotypical individuals that recognize each other's way of thinking and learn. Fucking hell, man. That's I'll write down a song. That's going down in the diary.
So yeah, we'll link up. I will say since we have a lot on our plate right now, because we do have Disco Doc's fire in Doc's booth. But when we're done with that, I think one day I'll do a link. I'll do a link like this, but I won't do it live. I'll just do it for me and you, and then we'll just sit here and we'll just brainstorm. No pun intended, but we'll brainstorm and we'll just see if we can figure something out and see if we can make something work.
I think
we have to. We have to at least give it a shot, because that's crazy for you to even say that.
I'm still trying to deal with that shit, man, in my head, because I've thought about that for fucking months. This idea, and I just love reading stories with my little one, and I came up with the idea for it because he's autistic, and I just came up with the idea of like me explaining to him explaining to me, and the fact I learned behavioral science and all of that shit that was in there.
Like I did it, bro. My brain right now is getting. I know. My brain is fucked right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like I'm not even fucking with you. Well, look at the goosebumps.
Love it, man. Love that.
Like my arm is full of goosebumps, and I don't know what to do with it.
Wow.
Give me a second.
This could be a good segue into Diddy. Like.
But no. I didn't even want to bring up that I had that channel but I had to. That was crazy, bro.
100%, and I love that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, in the future, we'll have something.
Oh, definitely.
We'll have something. I don't know what it is.
Something then. It's gonna be fucking exciting. Oh man, this was the day, wasn't it? This was the fate.
It was. It absolutely fucking was, man. That's just fucking. Oh, that's nuts. My brain. Hold on. I'm trying to regroup. So what I want to do now, because I need to regroup of what the fuck just happened right now.
Yeah.
In the middle of this is the most epic fucking thing in the world that happened. I need. Where can I find? It's on your page, right? Your music.
My music. Yeah,
your music.
It's on my page. Yeah, it's on there. I don't know if it's going to be in a playlist though. I'm not that organized.
It looks like you're pretty fucking organized because you got everybody in a playlist.
I know.
except you.
I know. I don't. I'm not like that, bro, man.
I know. But you should. Because to be honest with you, if you were like that, I wouldn't think anything different. I'd be like, okay, yeah, no, he should be acting that way. Yeah. There's some people that act that way that don't really need to be acting that way.
No, there's a couple of fake. I'm not going into that because it's harsh. Because I get why they do it and so on. But there's times when I just sort of go, oh no, like, oh no, don't do that, bruv. Like, oh no, stop.
Like, please rethink this.
Yeah, just be you, man. Just be you. Don't do that. Don't do that. No one wants that. Right. Be you. Because that's tiresome.
There's a lot that I've seen. Like I'm not gonna mention nobody, but there's a lot of people that I've seen that I'm just like.
Do you see what I'm saying? And you just watch them and you go.
You need to pause that and rewind, bro. Don't go forward with that shit because it's not gonna work out the way you think it is.
No, and you'll be tired because you're faking this. And the minute someone sees you, they're gonna want to see that. And if that ain't right, you fuck everything up. You know, and then you're out on X saying sorry to everybody and hashtagging the world and all that.
Bro, you got a shitload of reactions, bro.
I know. I'm busy, man.
Fuck.
There's a ton
I gotta go. I'm nosy as fuck. I gotta go see what total amount of videos 1,300. I'm not about to go through no 1,300. You gotta do a playlist for your music, bro. I'm not about to go through 1,300 hours of fucking reactions.
I was just leaving you scrolling. The greatest life ever is just vibe hyper focusing it on brain screens, just scrolling.
Like scrolling through 1,300 reactions.
So the one to look for is Slaughterhouse Rap Battle. That's a good one, man. And you'll like that one. Okay, and I bend the fabrics of time with that. The Plan Part 1. The Plan Part 1 is a good one.
The Plan Part 1. Okay, that was the one that I was actually looking for earlier, and I couldn't find it for some fucking reason. But it's because your thumbnails are so colorful.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And then it's not only that; it's just these faces, bro.
Holding Sand. Tony, I didn't realize Tony, you was in there. So Holding Sand is another one. That's a good one.
Holding Sand.
Yeah. Holding Sand. Yeah, that's a really, really good one. Nice one, Tony. I didn't think about that one, brother. That is a good one.
Oh, I found it.
Thank you. Oh, Brooke is in here. So fucking hell, there's loads of people in here now. I got the comments open. Sorry, bruv. You crack on. I was just going through the comments. Yeah, man. These are beastie, man. These are beastie. You do you, boo.
I'm trying to look for a good way of putting us in this. I guess that'll do.
Ooh, good. All I've got is vibe just going around my screen, just like fucking like Pong. I'm just like trying to be like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
I'm just trying to find a good way of putting it so everybody can see us and them and the camera. All right, so this one, Holding Sand, Brain Speech Reactions. I can't wait. And it's a lyric video. I love it when you guys do lyric videos.
Yeah, I enjoy doing this, man.
All right, here we go. You guys are ready? Is everybody in the chat ready? Hell yeah, I'm playing it now.
All right, bruv. All right, I'm there, man. Let's do it.
You guys ready? I need to see fire in the chat, please. We got 110 people in the chat. I need the like button hit. Share the stream. I need to see fire, motherfuckers.
Let's do it, man.
Thank
like
you.
Vibrant Brain Squeeze. This is like fucking global. You've been waiting for this.
Oh, sir, I've been waiting for this for 4 months. Let's go. I see the fire in the chat. We all ready. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio, because sometimes it should be acting crazy.
You've got to let go.
I can hear it, man.
And let it happen. But we have a strange anxiety in us that if we don't interfere, it won't happen. If we say, you must survive, or I must survive, life is earnest, and I've got to go on, then your life is a drag and not a game.
For the first time in a long time, I can sit back now and reflect on the journey to where I am. On this notepad from this pen, a life that's full of happiness and these moments heaven sent. On a life that's full of consequence, of guilt and self-regret. My head above the water, it quickly turns throughout my depth. Live and breathe my true emotion. In a second I'm out of breath. Passing every challenge, then I'll be failing every test. To my reflection I'll be smiling, to my reflection I detest. Confidence is on the surface, under skin I'm feeling dread. As I bottle it inside, but on my face I'm showing red. Sharing everything I can, or be careful what is said. Wanting nobody around, and then be begging for a friend. Seeing people talking, never hearing what's been said. My thoughts to articulate, but they're never making sense. Showing people what they need, never share what's in my head. One moment.
Fire, bruv, man. And I was writing this from two perspectives of what we portray to what we feel and what we think. It's hard, man. It's hard to try and get out how your brain operates, bro. Well done, Toe, man. This was a good one to show.
This is like a manual. What you're just saying right now, all this is just like exactly a manual of my brain. Up here. Go ahead and read that, and here, listen to this song, and you'll understand how my brain works.
Yeah.
That's fucking. I'm gonna have to replay. I'm gonna have to replay from the beginning. We're gonna have to start that shit from the start.
Oh man, rewind always, bruv.
Cause you got my nipples hard now. Hold on.
You've got to let go and let it happen. But we have a strange anxiety in us.
That's normally my life.
If we don't interfere, it won't happen. If we say, you must survive, or I must survive, life is earnest, and I've got to go on, then your life is a drag and not a game.
For the first time in a long time, I can sit back now and reflect on the journey to where I am. On this notepad from this pen, a life that's full of happiness and these moments heaven sent. On a life that's full of consequence, of guilt and self-regret. My head above the water, it quickly turns throughout my depth. Live and breathe my true emotion. In a second I'm out of breath. Passing every challenge, then I'll be failing every test. To my reflection I'll be smiling, to my reflection I detest. Confidence is on the surface, under skin I'm feeling dread. As I bottle it inside, but on my face I'm showing red. Sharing everything I can, or be careful what is said. Wanting nobody around, and then be begging for a friend. Seeing people talking, never hearing what's been said. My thoughts words to articulate, but they're never making sense. Showing people what they need, never share what's in my head. One moment I'm loving life, in another I'm loving death. Brushing off the thought of dying. Other times I sit and grieve, think of everyone that left me, and then I leave them in my dreams. Feeling guilty every moment. Other times I'm feeling free. Worries haunting every footsteps. Then I'm deaf to all the creaks. Sitting.
Listen, the way you just are just articulating your feelings right now, it makes me want to slap the shit out of all my squirrels in my yard. I'm not even lying to you, bro. I want to put some violence on whoever hurt my nigga Brain Squeeze. So if anybody, I'm gonna say this right now, whoever the fuck hurt this man through a comment section or through anything in life, come see me. I'll give you my address, because I will fuck you up. You shouldn't be feeling this way. You shouldn't be feeling this way.
The plan part one will answer that, man. The plan part one will answer that a lot. Oh, yeah, man.
Boy, you're talking. And I can hear it. I can hear your heart in the pen. I appreciate that. And that right there is what I love about music. Is that you guys have the ability to take that pen and whatever you're feeling, let it out through there. And then let it escape and not dwell on it too much and not be heavy. You guys have that escape. And I always find that so dope. And that's why I look at artists, rappers, musicians like you and everybody else. I always put you guys in a higher standard because you guys manage to know how to funnel your problems into music. Yeah. Where a lot of people don't have an outlet that they feel like they could funnel that out through. So that what they do is they start acting out like crazy towards their family, with their husband, wives, their kids, their employees, just random people in the street. You start letting your aggression out because somebody said the wrong thing or made you feel a certain fucking way. Now you have to deal with that real life face to face. But when you're in the music, you guys have that funnel that through the pen that you can just release all that anger, all that stress, all the trials and tribulations that you've gone through since a child to now to a grown ass man. You have that ability to use that pen as a powerful tool to release all that anger out and not release it out on people that sometimes don't deserve it. Yeah. And that's where it gets hurt. People don't talk about the people that get hurt when a person doesn't have an outlet like that. Like, these are the people that are getting hurt, seeing their loved ones going into a depression, rage every single fucking day. Yeah. They're the ones that love them so much that they have to deal with it. But you guys as musicians, you guys have that ability to funnel that out, and I always love that about it. And this is a perfect testament to that.
I appreciate everything you said there, man. I didn't want to interrupt, but I'm going yes, bro, because everything you've said there. And I think this is why I started studying people, because people always said, go to therapy, but I said, I'm not good at speaking. I can teach if I'm in control of the teaching. I can coach if I'm the one supporting, but to talk about myself, no thanks. And then that's where the writing came in. I learned that poetry was that enforcement, and I'm like, fuck, this stuff's creating. And I even did a song, I did one that I released called Leaving You. And there was a time where as I was writing, I'm getting excited with the pen, but then I start recognizing my own pain. And I realized, and I'm writing this in the song, fuck, this is not a song anymore. This is me. And I recognized it, and it's like, fuck, it's not me joking anymore. It's reality. Painful, man. I got to turn the heat on.
Real quick, before we continue this, everybody, we got 104 people in the chat right now. We got 104 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and my brother, Brain Squeeze. If you haven't yet, please go subscribe to Brain Squeeze channel. If you haven't, show him some love. Let him know Vibe sent you, and then ask him for $1, because he probably won't give it to you, but he'll give you a hug. But if anybody, we got 100 people, so out of 100 people, I know there should be 20 people that are not subscribed to Archie, which is Drink the Kool-Aid. Jorge's gonna put the link up in the chat to Drink the Kool-Aid. So if you're not subscribed to Archie, Drink the Kool-Aid, he's a reactor, my brother. Please go. So he's 20 away for 5,000 subscribers. He's 20 subscribers away. So I know that there's 20 people in here that have not subscribed. And please, for me, please go subscribe to my brother and get them to that 5,000 mark.
Is it just Archie reacts? What we saying, mate?
It's brain squeeze. Brain squeeze. I'm looking at your name.
Yes. Look who's in his minds, man. Fuck yeah, I am. Vibe was picturing the big man.
I totally forget. You threw me off with that shit. Hold on. Drink the Kool-Aid. Just drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid is the name of the channel. You fucked me up with that one, bro.
You were thinking me, so I'm just saying, bro. I'm always thinking you in many a time. Drink the Kool-Aid. I got this. I got it.
Yeah, so if there's 20 of you in here that have not subscribed, let's get that man to 5K. He deserves every fucking bit of it. He puts a lot of work into his reactions, and he's one of the best out there doing it. So please, guys, show him love. All right, we're gonna go back to the track. Sorry, I had to take time real quick. So I saw that message. And I was like, I gotta help my guy out, man.
Do it, man. I'll help now.
Alright, cool. Alright, we're gonna continue with the song.
At times I'm feeling free, worries haunting every footsteps. Then I'm deaf to all the creaks, sit in silence, hear no voices. In my head I hear the screams, feeling free from all my anger. Then my anger pulls the leash, cleanse myself of all my sins. But these sins are my disease. One moment I'm scared to die, next my death can bring relief. My direction's always...
God damn, bro, stop talking like that.
No, man, it's crazy, innit?
Wowzers.
It's worse, man. For those you wonder if I'm cold, I got my heater on, so we're all good now. Yeah. That's why I'm sitting weird, because my hands are down here. Like
I got my heater on. I'm just waiting for it to get a certain degree in here, and I'm about to turn on my heater too. Because I got my AC on right now.
Disease. One moment I'm scared to die, next my death can bring relief. My direction's always forward, other times I stand and freeze. Cockiness is on display, but then I lose my self-esteem. 1 minute focused on the truth, in a heartbeat I deceive. Other hearts I choose to love, other times the love I squeeze. Make decisions to help myself, or to others always please. Blinding people to my faults, or to others let them see. Holding back on true emotions, or my heart out on my sleeve. Holding people to protect them, holding tight so they don't leave. I make judgments that were good ideas, others that were bad. Making choices that would educate, big-headed I would brag. Not caring for the money, but then caring for that grand. Focused on a solo mission, or be faking it and brag. Keep this air inside my lungs, other times the air I lack. As I'm calm under my pressure, or my heart I can't relax. Racing to that finish line, or surrender with a flag. As I'm facing my opponents, or in my back I let them stab.
Oh my god, the picture you just painted right now is disgusting.
Yeah. Damn, bro. Welcome to the world of crazy.
I feel like I'm home.
That's the shit we're dealing with, though,
I feel like I'm home. I feel like I'm home. Because when you can make a person, as an artist, when you can make a person feel like you're connected with them through music, that has to be an amazing high when someone tells you that.
Big time, man. It's humbling, if that's the term, man, where you just listening to you speak, and I know how I connect with this. I listen to my own tracks to learn more about me, because there's so much, when I get hyper focused with the pen, I forget what I'm writing, and I just go for it, and I record it, and it's done, and it's see you later. And then I go back and I listen to it, and I unpack it, and I go, where was I then? You know, where was I in this moment? Where was I that? And that's how I've learned about people, and that's what I try and make sure. The main thing, the ethos that I have when I'm teaching is I don't want anyone having to pretend to be something that they're not. Brain Squeeze was that mantra that created where I could just be me, and then I found that others can just be them, and I saw your channel of you being you, and it's like, yes, that's the fucking vibe. That's how it should be.
And you know that you say that now, that's absolutely, I agree 100%, because that's what Vibe Reactions is to me. Vibe Reactions is my ability to be myself with very few judgment. But you know how crazy what that sounds like? That in my channel, I know I can speak for myself. I don't know if this happens with you. I get more love than I get hate comments. But we always focus on that hate comment, and we don't focus on that positivity, the amount and the immense of positivity that we get every day in our comments. But that one negative comment always kind of ruins our fucking moment or our day. We were having a good day, kind of throws us down a bit.
Rewind, man. This is exactly what we were saying, because we were raised in survival. That hate is something that we focus on because we were always looking for danger. We were being raised looking for danger, so we're programmed. We weren't raised to look for happiness. We weren't raised to look for someone going, well done for that. We were raised to look for danger.
But that's where the crazy part. That's what I'm trying. Hold on, I can't talk to a small head. I get uncomfortable and
go for it.
And I gotta see your face when I talk to you because it's pretty and I need to see your eyes. We're gonna finish a song. We're gonna finish a song in a minute. I think can you still hear it?
Yeah, your
Negativity, I show my negativity.
You can still hear it, right? Okay, so I'll play it in a second. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. We know. Or we have our own idea of what happiness looks like.
Yeah.
We know how to survive in the worst conditions, right? Why can't we learn how to find a way to achieve that happiness that we consider happiness? Why is it so difficult for us to find that road and actually do it? We have it in our heads. I'm asking in the sense of when we were back in that mentality. When we were back in that closet, in that cave, in that dark hole, and we knew what the light looked like. We knew how to get to that light, but for some reason, does our pain and everything in our past, does it weigh on us that much that we can clearly see a positive pictures in front of us and not be able to actually achieve it?
I can answer that, bro, with a bit of sight, and that's what I do, man. So it's conditioned. It's conditioned, so we naturally, what's called homeostasis, we look for bad things about to happen. We've been programmed through our environments, our parental influences, whether it's positive or negative, that it decides how your fight and flight regulates itself, whether it's looking for danger or looking for happiness or looking for positive or negative. At a certain point, that becomes you. And then all you learn afterwards is coping mechanisms. And the problem is that these coping mechanisms that are out there now, they're made up bullshit. Instagram, social media, it's dopamine for a second. It's not education. Education takes time, bruv. You're talking decades to fucking dig and find out things you didn't even know. And it's because there's this blindsided that you can change with a pill. You can't, man. It's still going to be there where the pill wears down. Right. As soon as that pill wears off, it's still your brain. It doesn't fucking change who you are, so you've got to educate it. But it's appreciating that those old school mechanisms will always exist, and you just got to get comfortable in that. And you got to find the space. You've got to find those moments that matter, and just constantly try and fight that demon. But it doesn't stop, mate. It doesn't.
Now, when me I'm seeing someone. I'm seeing a counselor, and I'm seeing a therapist. He's not a counselor. He's a therapist. And, I've always told people, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is your field, and I want to tap into that a little bit before, we get into anything else. I kind of really want to tap into what you do for a living, because I think it benefits a lot of people to know that when they watch your reaction, this guy kind of knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes down to the human psyche and when it gets down and dirty on figuring shit out. I mean, you're pretty spot on when you talk. So I've gone through so much shit I have an anger issue. I have a bad anger issue. And one of the issues, the reason why I left, and I wanted to say this with you here, because I believe that out of everybody, you'll understand it more because of what you do. And when I was hiding a lot of shit, and I was hiding a lot of anger within myself, and I thought me doing my YouTube and me just diving in and dying inside YouTube and just escaping the whole reality of what my life is into YouTube, that was going to fix the problem. I come out and I take that week off, right? And that week I learned, and this is where I'm having trouble with, and this is the question that I want to ask you. In that week I learned so much and fixed so much. Is it normal for things to click that quick? Because I think in my mind, a week to a week and a half, I'm like, can I really change internally as a person in that short time frame? Being that there was a lot of things that were resolved, but I don't know. It just feels a little weird to me.
Yeah, well, yeah, man, and the same Disco's now, because Disco's a legend in this area as well. But when you're looking at it, it's all environment led. You're acting like that week was the moment of, right, that's my education. Nah, man, that education's been a long time coming, because the channel, the positives, yes, you're reading hate because we're triggered to do that, but you're also seeing good, which never existed. People are loving who you are. You know, you're connecting with people that understand you. We're brothers from another mother. There's other people like you that exist. These are all small. I call it iceberg, toffee hammer with an iceberg. It's chipping away, chip, 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 chip. And then sometimes you just got to have that woosah to connect all the dots. That's that week of just fucking breathe. And then suddenly your brain goes, right, let's take all that fucking data that we're non-stop channeling, and now we've got an opportunity to connect a few of those dots. And that's where you get light bulbs and you get those moments. But what you're forgetting is there's already pathways that existed of positivity. All that week gave you was those tiny little light bulb connections. The minute you find one, it's called a light bulb moment, man. It connects the dots. Dopamine. It just starts.
I knew me asking you. I knew you were going to explain to me to a point where I was going to understand it. Because in my mind, the way it worked, it was just like it was an emotional week, to say the least. It was a very emotional week, and I'm just like, I'm sitting there and I'm trying in my own brain. Like, if you tell me your problems, I have no problem giving you the best advice that anyone could give you. I have no issue doing that. But when I sit and think about my own bullshit, I'm just like, well, this is a little bit difficult, like, because it's not going to work this way because my ifs and buts take over. Mm-hmm. But this, but that, it's not going to work because of this, because of that, and all that other bullshit. And then that's where I sit and I think. But then with everything I was pretty much not forced, but I was in a position where I had no choice but to listen what was being told to me. Yeah. And the truth, and that's where, like, the hard truth, and that's where it completely all started making sense. And I believe I came back better. I don't know, but I feel like I came back better. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
half the battle, man, is feelings, bro. The other part is logic. It's logic and feelings, bro. It's having logical thinking now of what the fuck you're gonna do next, and it's keeping on that journey. But it's remembering, bro, there is still gonna be one of those hate comments or something that triggers it. But it's saying to yourself, that's fine, because I've dealt with it for X amount of years. I now know there's a way out of it. Fucking let it go. Just fucking woosa. Bye-bye. That's gone. Move on. Is it still going to annoy you? Yes. Will you still react? Of course, you're a human being. Give yourself a break in those moments. Start reminding your brain that, yeah, but I had a week off and I felt better and I come back, I'm a better person. Your brain doesn't forget that. It goes, oh, yeah, that's cool. So now it's got options, choice. Where instead of going, I'm going to fuck this up and I'm going to be angry and I'm going to do that, your brain also goes, or I could think positive, or I could do this coping mechanism, or go back to talking or sharing, or give Brain Squeeze a phone call, get him to send me some nudes. Whatever the fuck works, you know, it's that there's a pathway, bruv. I know that your brain was open there, so I wanted to get Brain Squeeze naked in there, because now it'll be with you for fucking life.
No, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there forever. It's gonna be there forever. I'm gonna go back and be like, man, yeah, Brain Squeeze really. Oh, is that his dick?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I knew it. But no, I do appreciate that, because it's been something that I've been like, I really need to get his point of view on this, because I'm trying to figure it out. But that whole. It has its own avenue, and that made nothing but fucking sense to me. So that was dope. See, if he only charges $150 an hour, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to talk to him, you gotta go through me first, because I gotta take my 10%. I always gotta take 10% off top.
Fuck yeah, man.
It's called vibe taxes, baby. All right, we're gonna go back to the track. The what?
I said Diddy tax when he taking 5% off the top, man. It's a bunk bed story, man. Only you'll understand that.
Drag behind me in that darkness. No one finds it.
I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. I rewind it to.
If you keep going back, there's my favorite bar is the one with the knife stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bar, man.
Open tight so they don't leave. I make
I think we back here. No. Fuck it.
You've got to let go.
Oh, and Disco's in the chat. I didn't realize. Yes,
But
Disco.
we have a strange anxiety.
Yeah, Disco. What's going on, Disco?
If we don't interfere, it won't happen. If we say, you must survive, or I must survive, life is earnest, and I've got to go on.
Vibe, give us a pause, man. I don't want to miss someone out. Cyber Skull Media. So I saw a couple of people saying, and only because they got to go in a couple of minutes, there was loads of love for Cyber Skull Media. So I just want to make sure we don't miss out them as a follow.
Cyber Skull Media!
Here we go.
Everybody, please go show love to my man Thundy and Dylan and Shades over there in Cyber Skull Media. Those are my brothers from other colors, from other mothers. One hair stink, the other one's armpit stink, and the other one farts too much. But the three of them are funny as shit. I love them. I love them to death.
I didn't want them missing out because I just saw they were chipping off. So
that's usually how I promo my friends. I just talk shit to them.
Then your life is a drag and not a game.
For the first time in a long time, I can sit back now and reflect on the journey to where I am. On this notepad from this pen, a life that's full of happiness and these moments heaven sent. On a life that's full of consequence, of guilt and self-regret. My head above the water, it quickly turns throughout my depth. Live and breathe my true emotion. In a second, I'm out of breath. Passing every challenge, then I'll be failing every test. To my reflection, I'll be smiling. To my reflection, I detest. Confidence is on the surface, under skin I'm feeling dread as I bottle it inside, but on my face I'm showing red. Sharing everything I can, or be careful what is said. Wanting nobody around, and then be begging for a friend. Seeing people talking, never hearing what's been said. My thoughts to articulate, but they're never making sense. Showing people what they need, never share what's in my head. One moment I'm loving life, in another I'm loving death. Brushing off the thought of dying, other times I sit and grieve. Think of everyone that left me, and then I leave them in my dreams. Feeling guilty every moment, other times I'm feeling free. Worries haunting every footsteps, then I'm deaf to all the creaks. Sit in silence, hear no voices. In my head I hear the screams. Feeling free from all my anger, then my anger pulls the leash. Cleanse myself of all my sins, but these sins are my disease. One moment I'm scared to die, next my death can bring relief. My direction's always forward, other times I stand and freeze. Cockiness is on display, but then I lose my self-esteem. 1 minute focused on the truth, in a heartbeat I deceive. Other hearts I choose to love, other times the love I squeeze. Make decisions to help myself, or to others always please. Blinding people to my faults, or to others let them see. Holding back on true emotions, or my heart out on my sleeve. Holding people to protect them, holding tight so they don't leave. I make judgments that were good ideas, others that were bad. Making choices that would educate, big-headed I would brag. Not caring for the money, but then caring for that grand. Focused on a solo mission, or be faking it and brag.
Not caring for that money, not caring for that grand is crazy.
Yeah, man, it's fire, isn't it, man? Can I just felt a ton of love, because there's so much. It won't let me join the chat, so I'm trying to fucking respond to people in there, but I can't. There's so many lush things being written there, Vibe, around the pair of us just connected. Leslie said around seeing us supporting each other, but talking. You're definitely my brother, man, in more ways than I could probably articulate. That doesn't even make sense in my mind, but in my head it's like, Vibe, you're the one, bruv. You, Disco, Dark, and all these people I connect with. I believe in fate. I'm not a religious man, but I believe in certain things happening where I'm like, yes, man, this was the moment that we needed the live. This was the moment I needed to hear this.
Everything happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, man, and I dig that. And just seeing there, Brooke saying about hubby being neurodivergent.
And that's exactly why I was just like, I love it that when I asked you the first time that you would just straight up like, bro, I like right now I can't do it because of this and that, and that's what it is. And I was like, all right, cool. That means that he really wants to do this, and he really wants to get a good show going for the community and shit. So that's where the mindset came from of like, now, okay, I'm gonna let it. Whenever it happens, it happens. And then that's another thing that I actually started to realize in that week and a half that I took off is I like to rush things when things shouldn't be rushed. And And it's just about just enjoying every fucking minute we have here, bro. Because to be honest with you, we ain't got that much time. And we don't know how much time we got left in this motherfucker, bro. And I'm not trying to be an angry motherfucker the rest of it, bro. I'm telling you, I'm 40 years old right now. I don't want to spend the next 40 if I'm willing to stay in this earth for another 40. I'm not trying to say another 40 in the same fashion of being angry.
No.
It just sucks. I love you, bro. You know that, man. You know it's all love, bro. All love.
It is, man. I believe in legacy. Like, if you were to die tomorrow, what would people say about you? And what would your family say about you? What would people who know you say about you? That to me means everything, because that's what you're fighting for. Because once you're gone, you're gone. It's legacy that holds true. It's legacy that's left behind. You look at all these artists, the reason why they're so good is because they build a legacy. But all the legacies that are the ones that are remembered, the ones that are truthful, the ones that are loved, the ones where people go, yes, this was a moment where I went, those two are the ones that I'm connected. I can hear what they're saying. I'm learning. I'm educating. People remember those moments. I joke around, who the fuck is Violet? That's just something attached to the brain. It's the whole moment that people remember. It's not just the who the fuck was Violet. It's when that came. That's a legacy. It's that moment. And I think if you can build those, people will remember you and they'll smile and they'll love it. And that's where you don't die, mate. You live on. You live on through YouTube, through memories, through everything. And you're part of that in my head, man.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, bro, for real. And the way I feel is, I see a lot of other pages, I see a lot of other reactors, and I try to go to all the lives, and I see some of these other bigger, huge reaction channels when they go live, and I see how their community is, and I feel it, but I feel it different on our community. Our community, these people are literally family to us. These are people that at a drop of a dime, they have our backs wholeheartedly with all their hearts, and to have the opportunity to show them the love that we have, like that's my main goal. Every time is like they deserve for me to use every bit of my fucking energy in front of this camera to make sure that they are entertained, that they either I said something that helped them for the day, I made them laugh and made them, cheer up and forget about that stupid motherfucker that said something crazy to them at their job and shit like that. And they tell me all the time, and it's a beautiful fucking thing, bro. And I never thought that it would get to this point, but it's like I have a whole different family that is not my norm, and it's beautiful, and I love every minute of it, and I don't know how else to pay back all of you guys, like the reactors and the Vibe Gang and the Renegades and Creek Squad and all these people that invest their time, their money, their energy into our reactions, our in some might say job of entertaining them, and it's just the love is tremendously
brother, I feel you, man, because there's moments where I think some people get excited when we say their names and and we're like, oh, so and so in the comments, we don't realize the worth that has. But I think equally people need to remember when you're talking about us in communities, or we pop in and the place erupts. There's a Hogwheel family now for community for Tom McDonald. When I step into that room sometimes, the fucking comments go mental.
I'm telling you,
royalties walked in. I'm like, who are you getting excited for?
Brother, I am telling you right now, every single time I don't understand it, I don't get it, and I never will. I go into some of these lives and, hey, what's good? And it's just like, and I'm just and I'm like, what? I can't. How can I say hi to everybody? I don't want to because in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck are you excited? Like that's in my mind. I'm going through my head like, what?
Me?
Like, what are you doing? Like, because in our mentality, we're sitting here in a room by ourselves, and we're connected to them, but we're not connected to them. We're recording solo, so we don't know what impact we give anybody. We don't know what somebody's feeling, that maybe I said something or you said something that made them fucking laugh and forget about the last fucking 3-4 hours that they were pissed off. It's just those little things that I'm like, oh my God, everything that I say does have an impact on somebody.
Yeah.
Good and bad, but
Mainly
it's
good.
just so weird. It's a weird thing, and then I feel like I finally am comfortable with saying, because I don't like to toot my own horn, and I don't like to really show out or anything like that. But I finally am able to say that I think I'm meant to do this shit.
Yeah,
wholeheartedly. Like I really think that I'm really have a niche to this, and I found my lane where I could really do something with it. And when I see you guys, when I see you, or I see Abby Girl, and I see all the rest of these reactors that I react to or watch, or they're part of my family now, and I see you guys grow, and I see you guys get more subscribers, and then get accolades and get mentions, and it's like oh my God, it's like my actual family member just got something.
Yeah.
And it feels so good to feel that again, because for a long time I didn't have that feeling. And just to have that feeling again for other people, I have that feeling for my wife. I have that feeling for my kids when they when they do accolades, because they're my family. I mean, I'm gonna get that no matter what. Yeah. But I'm talking about with the outside world. I've never had that. I never. And then when I'm like, oh my God, we're loved. We're like 100% loved, bro. Like.
And it's looking at, we're built to inspire, man. There are certain people, there's logical people built to be credible, and there's others that are built to be emotional. We're built to inspire. So we naturally do that. We've been talking for fucking hours, and like we've known each other for years, mates. But it's that we naturally do. But we do that naturally, bruv. And I think sometimes people forget, like, when they comment to us, the impact that has. We realize we've inspired you. Now times that by 68,000, times it by 140,000. The love, man, like fuck. Do you know, it's crazy. It's exciting.
And the reason why I talk about it, the reason why we talk about it a lot when we are a lot on live, especially on my podcast, and we talk about it because literally, I mean, realistically, without them, we'll be sitting up here talking to nobody.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them. But not only for that, but it's just like, I always pride myself to having the most positive chat in all my lives.
Yeah.
I always am happy that there's hardly there's almost no bullshit on my chat. And it's because of the people. The people made this. The people made us. The people put us in a position where now they're looking to us, and they're enjoying our views and things, and they're not only following us anymore for the musicians that we react to no more. Now they're following us because of Brain Squeeze. They're following us because of Vibe Reactions. They're following us because who we are as people in this platform, and to share this with you and the rest of the reactors out there, it's an honor and a fucking privilege first and foremost, 100%, because you guys are literally the most beautifulest people that I've ever met in the internet. 100%. Like it's beautiful to have this type of connection with people and not even try. That's the main point I think that I was trying to get to.
It's the comfort, man. It's that comfort, and it's just I love it, and I just think now it's about what we do with this, and I say we, the collective we here, but I mean all of us. If we're delivering this message, then you deliver that message. You share those things that matter. You use our platform as much as we use our platform. It's ours. It's not. I never go, Brain Squeeze is mine. I never say, it's never in my mantra say I own. I always thought it's the we. It's everybody that's there. And sometimes can I share that? And I'm like, share it. Say fucking share it. Tag me in. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather you were happy in that moment. So I love all that shit, man. I think it's amazing.
It just really that week and a half really opened my eyes on a lot of shit. And
good for you, brother. I'm glad it did.
It's I tell my wife all the time, because my wife is my rock. My wife is my everything. Without her, I literally would not be here. She's been here through my sobriety, me going through 3 months of hell, trying to get these pills and coke out my system. She was there for the Baker Acts. She was there for everything. And without her, a lot of this would have never happened. And then it's like, now I'm like, all right, babe, the Vibe Gang is crazy. Your backup is crazy. I think I'm really meant to do this. I think I'm really meant to be doing this for a long time. And I've been said it forever. You are a natural in all of this. This is for you. This is your niche. This is if you don't do it, then there's something wrong in the ethers. There's something wrong going on in the world. If one day I see that Brain Squeeze, Mr. Mark Hector, is not doing anything social media or YouTube related, I think it will be a disservice for the world not to have you in front of this camera entertaining these people every single fucking day. And that's coming from Ray. That's coming from me, from the heart, because I saw your shit and I was like, oh yeah, he got it. Oh yeah, he got it. Immediately it hit me. I was like, oh, hands down, this is natural. And it was beautiful. I
feel that, man, and I'm just gonna thank you. I'm not gonna try and fight that. I'm gonna accept the positivity, man, which we need to do for a change. So I'll say thank you.
That's hard. That's hard.
It's hard.
That is the hardest thing in the world to do is accept positivity and nice things being said to you. And I have to be better. I have to be better at accepting that, because my wife said that to me, and she said it to me before anyone else. And she said, you need to learn how to accept what these people are telling you.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, they don't really know me. They don't live at my house. They don't really know who I really am. But then my wife is like, you show them who you really are every single fucking day. Whether you know it or not. You show that to them every single fucking day. So they know you probably more than you know yourself. And then I sit back and I'm like, you motherfuckers need to stop schooling me on shit, because I'm going to start punching people. Stop. But we absolutely have to get better in accepting. And I accept all the positive things you said to me.
Yeah, man. And I think the community helps us with that, brother. I think it does. But it's also remembering we have to vent. We're human beings, man. And that's whether it's music or whether it's one day you're doing a live or a comment retaliation. Sometimes you just need that, to stop a motherfucker getting punched in the face unnecessarily. Just let me vent and just let it go. It's finished with now. That's it. I think the more people register that, the more human we become. Should we finish this song? Because it's only taken about 7 hours to get to the end of it.
Nah, the Vibe Gang is used to that. Like, usually the 3 minutes and 56 seconds, they're lucky that it hasn't been over yet.
We still got an hour. We're all good.
I'm still in the time frame of my reaction. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what am I talking about?
We'll finish it up.
Other times the air I lack as I'm calm under my pressure, or my big-headed, I would emotions, or my heart out on my sleeve, holding people to protect them, holding tight so they don't leave. I make judgments that were good ideas, others that were bad, making choices that would educate. Big-headed, I would brag, not caring for the money, but then caring for that grand, focused on a solo mission, or be faking it and blag. Keep this air inside my lungs. Other times the air I lack as I'm calm under my pressure, or my heart I can't relax, racing to that finish line, or surrender with a flag as I'm facing my opponents, or in my back I let them stab. Positivity I show, my negativity I drag behind me in that darkness. No one finds it double bagged. In love I give no effort, other time give all I have, showing people that they can trust me, or their trust I let collapse. I make loved ones love me more, or see the demons that I have, wanting everyone to look at me, then wish they never had, telling God I fucking hate him, then on knees with praying hands, holding firmly to my life. Suddenly I'm holding sand.
Oh my God! I like that. That was nice. Ooh, those words. You're a poet, bro, and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I shock myself, bro. I actually read this one backwards. So holding sand came from another track or another song, and someone made a reference to holding sand, and it was one of those. I'm a visual, so I felt it. And I'm like, fuck, man, there's something in that. And then that give all I had, and then I'm in my life, and then holding sand. And then I worked backwards, and that's where the story worked backwards. I worked backwards in my life. And yeah, I actually wrote that song backwards. And then I jigged it and moved it around. And I realized it's holding sand was the final thing, not the first thing. So
that's beautiful.
Mad, ain't it,
Holding
man?
firmly
Mad
to
equation.
Dude, I'm telling you, the way you just explained it right now, like, so how much time did you have to add and subtract numbers and shit when you did this? Because that is a way of writing right there, bro.
It's crazy, man. Like if I get in the zone, I can write, and sometimes it's beats. Beats get me. Like I love Conway the Machine. I love Ransom. Ransom's one
Conway,
of my
oh my
favorite
god,
poets.
Conway is underrated like a motherfucker.
Fucking, I keep replaying this Conway the Machine, and fuck me, I tell you, it's gonna be top of my list without even trying. I got to tell you this track. Special Machinery is the track. 38 Special and Conway the Machine, and it's called Special Machinery. The fucking poetry in that is crazy. So called Special Machinery.
Special Machinery. That's
and
Conway?
it's by 38 Special and Conway the Machine.
Oh, so he's featured on it.
Yeah, he's featured, but his feature is fucking crazy. But do not downgrade 38 Special. There's a bar he does about palms, and there's a God bar reference in there about red palms and blood on your palms, and that is so fucking good. But people like that I love. And Ransom for me is an underrated poet. Fire.
Ransom is nasty. I love Ransom so fucking much.
Well, he's my style. If you listen to this, Ransom is my style. And I love Eminem. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not Eminem. I can never be Eminem. It's not gonna. I don't even bother trying. I used to, but I don't. I'm like, what's the point? You're not gonna win this battle. I'll turn it to game. It's not gonna happen. I'm not doing it. Whereas with Ransom, his style, I love his storytelling through poetry.
His storytelling is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love
one of my faves. One of my faves.
And another one is Grip.
Oh, Grip. Oh, I haven't heard that name in fucking ages.
I don't understand why. Like when Eminem dropped The Death of Slim Shady, and he did that remix with Grip on the Fuel remix.
Oh, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard any on the remix one. I've got a special for Eminem coming out too. Spoiler.
I'm not going to tell you nothing about it because I can't.
Oh, I love Grip, man.
But you're going to lose your whole with Grip's verse. I'm going to be, and I want people to see this. I want people to see my face when I say this.
Go on. I'm looking in your eyes now, bro.
Look at my. No, I gotta take my glass. I need everybody to really look into this.
I would take one up. I can't see, so do it.
Grip verse on the Fuel remix, in my humble opinion, was better than Eminem's. And that's coming from a stan. That's not coming from a regular. Not saying that M's was fucking out of this fucking universe. But I stopped ranking M next to other people a long time ago. So I don't do that no more. But if you really put in what Grip wrote for that, the way he did it, the cadence that he did it with, everything, the schemes, everything that he used is a perfect representation of what Grip is as a rapper.
Oh, Grip's fire. I haven't heard him in ages. I love him. I said Ransom. Who the fuck is the other dude that's Eminem? He's
Easy Mill.
How the fuck did you know I was thinking that? Easy Mill. Yes. Again, I rate Easy Mill the same as Ren, multi-talented. The ability to sing, to hold a note, to rap, and to do. I want to see them too. Everyone keeps saying Ren and M. I'm like, nah, I'll have Easy Mill and Ren. Because that would be fucking insane.
So you can know I was the one that got, not really, but this is what I tell people because why not? I was the one that got Easy Mill signed to Shady Records.
Okay. I trust you.
I reacted to Easy Mill. When was it, Jorge? What was it, like 3 years ago? When I first started, Easy Mill was one of my first independent artists that I started reacting to because the fan base started telling me to go react to Easy Mill. So I started Easy Mill. That was my page. I did every song he's ever done. I've done it already. And I said in one of his songs, I think it's IDK. I think it was IDK. And I said, somebody call Eminem, tell him to sign this motherfucker. He needs to sign him. After that, a couple years later, Easy Milk gets signed by Eminem. I didn't get no credit for it. I didn't get no check, but that's fine.
Hey, you're a humble guy, mate. So you didn't want that. I didn't want that. I just was helping a brother.
But no, Easy Mill. I saw something in Easy Mill too. The Easy Mill is. I was like, bro, this guy's a monster.
I love it when he goes into his native tongue and when he drops. People like I'll bring the closed captions. I don't want to. I'm getting the gist. I get what he's saying because I'm looking at him and I can hear it. I get like the context is fucking intense. I don't know.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that shit. They're like, "How you getting hype over something you don't even understand what he's saying?" And I'm like, I don't have to understand what he. If you could feel what he's saying through his cadence and flow, it shouldn't fucking matter what he's saying lyrically.
Yeah,
because it does. It's about the feel.
I'll learn that later.
I could tell how if a person is telling somebody that they're gonna fuck them up by the aggression of his tone, by the cadence, by the beat change or the beat flip. I can tell you exactly what is going on with that motherfucker. I don't need to know what the hell he's saying.
No, I just want to feel it. I want to jump into comments, man, because there's loads of love being fired to loads of people, so I don't want to miss anything.
Facts.
Casey, what's going on? I'm catching up on comments, so excuse me. No, you crack on, bro.
I'm gonna go roll up a blunt real quick. Is there I'm proud of you for letting me. I didn't know that you actually smoked before and then you stopped. So
yeah, I did. But I was an addict, bruv. So I was so smoking was half my problem. Like if anything, that wasn't the issue. It was drink and other stuff as well. And yeah, it was a bad time, bruv. But it was masking. It was a lot of masking. But that's why I went to teaching and I learned about the human condition. Having kids helped. Having autistic kids helped because I had to really learn how people's minds work and study that. And like, you know, we were told that my youngest boy was going to be non-verbal. And my boy can't shut up now because of I don't always believe in the old school mechanism about.
That's beautiful though.
I disagree.
I got a couple of friends and I got family members that are autistic and it's they're the most beautiful people in the world. I don't know why people like those. I have a friend of mine that for some fucking reason, like he's not a friend of mine no more, but for some reason he gets very uncomfortable because he doesn't know what to say. I'm like, they're human beings. Like why treat them like they're anything different than that? So I have a lot of people that I used to hang out with that get very uncomfortable. I'm like, they're the most beautifulest people in the world, man.
Look, the way to sort this out, it's an easy fix, man. ADHD. Oh fuck! There you go. Perfect example. Lacking logic. So what happened, bro?
I went down to drop and I kind of stubbed my thumb on the fucking table and it kind of I'm sorry. You were gonna say something. You were gonna say something smart and I fucked it up. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, I was more interested in you're okay. But it did prove my point with something here, mate. So with those in what I call a creative mindset, which me and Vibe sit in, so ADHD on the wazoo or emotionally aware inspires. It's called a creative mindset. You can't turn the mind off. It's a constant need to analyze. That's why you normally find ADHD is very good at everything because they can just suddenly go, but they lack the logical consistency to structure. Whereas autistic values, I'm talking really stereotypical now, so there's many spectrum, but it's about logic. So they just don't always have the emotional triggers. If it doesn't make sense, they're gonna question it. And it's not that, but it just feels right. There's no such thinking. It's like, no, that's not what I saw. That's not what the process is. You can't just go walking down the street to go, we're gonna go shopping here and suddenly go, me and you would go, fuck, there's a new, let's jump in here quick. Someone autistic is going to find that difficult because, hold on, we're meant to be going to this shop. I don't get the emotional trigger to turn a left here as opposed to going straight on. It's that. And it's just understand they're just logical beings, man. The structure, organization is all the things that we need. I say we as in me and you, brother. It's having that logical structure.
I know, I mean, you can answer this if you want, but being that what you do for your line of work, did you kind of find that kind of one of your motivations to be in that line of work is having children, kids that they're artistic and stuff like that?
Yeah, I actually, talking about legacy, bruv, I spoke about this probably about 4 or 5 days ago with a whole team I was teaching. So it wasn't just one person. And I basically said the legacy that I want to leave in a work is that my kids can walk into this environment and never be judged for who they are, but understood. Where they can walk in and go, oh, this person, I don't want to use the word autistic. I want them to go, so this is a logical person. This person here is a creative mindset. This person is emotionally driven.
You want to take the titles out.
Legacy? Yeah. If I can leave a legacy, you said the words respecting people for being people. That's literally the legacy where we don't tag them. We say, no, they're just logical beings. So start acting more logical around them, or telling them, I can't do logic. I'm more creative, but find opposites attract. Build that relationship. That's a legacy, bruv.
That right there's a legacy and a half right there, because you're changing something that has been a part of this world for a long time.
Yeah, man.
That stigma of putting, like you said, these people that have these artistic minds that putting them in different categories is it's already crazy doing that. Just treat them like I'm going to treat.
Just learn about
like
them.
I'm going to treat them. And it's fine, I guess it's a human condition, and it's something that has to be taught. It's nothing that's going to be
no.
But I think if we learn it now, and if more people, more adults start implementing that type of mentality to their kids, I think we'll have a whole bunch of people growing up in the next generation that are really going to have that mindset. That are really going to be like, there's no titles no more. Yeah. That's a human being, just like I'm a human being. And you know what? I'm going to love that person the same way that person's going to love me. Yeah, and we're going to keep on.
The love's going to look different. The love's going to look different. You said it earlier, man. People forgot to ask the question why. And that's the problem with the human race. We're naturally built to look for difference, and we're naturally built to fight and flight. It's cave person DNA. But the problem is we've lost the education track, where as opposed to attacking someone, just ask, why did he behave that way? Why did she do that way? Instead of thinking your way was better than theirs, perfection makes you a psychopath. So you can't be perfect. So if someone does something different...
Say it again. Hold on. You just blew my mind. Say it one more time.
What's
perfection?
Makes you a psychopath. Perfection makes you a psychopath. Because if for example...
Nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect.
But we're naturally built to learn, so it's never going to be perfect, is it? Because
you're gonna lose your mind trying to get.
You suddenly lose it. But this is where psychopaths turn up, because they'll go, yeah, but I'm comparing your notes versus mine. Yes, but you're saying your notes are better, but you haven't lived in my notebook. So how can you compare notes from just one meeting? Ask me why. Learn, then compare. But judge me on your standards, now you're a psychopath. Because you're implying your standards were already better than mine, and you knew fuck all about what was going on. And that's the thing we have to change, man. Ask the question why. Ask the question why. You'll learn shitloads. It's whether you can be asked to listen. That's the big question, man.
Why? And that's exactly how you grow as a person. That's how you grow as a husband. That's how you grow as a mother. That's how you grow as a father. Is ask the question. Nobody knows everything. You have to fucking figure it out. And I know for a fact that I've me and you, we've made a lot of connections doing this YouTube shit, and I have a nice hefty, contact list in my phone. That if I have a specific question that I don't know the answer to, I know I could call this person, and this person's going to give me maybe not the exact answer, but they're going to push me to the right direction of where I need to go.
Yeah.
If you don't have that in you, how are you growing? Yeah. How are you ever going to be a full, happy, or knowledgeable and be a human? You have to learn from others, bro.
Listen, man, learning is part of who we are. It's called survival. How you survive dictates whether it's growth mindset or single mindset. Everyone has to start in single mindset. We were raised a certain way, right? But I'm not going to know your life, and you're not going to know mine, and we probably never will know every intricate detail. But it's the growth mindset of wanting to learn and find out, and then you go, fuck, you learn now. And I went, yeah, I did that. But you don't go, well, I did it this way. It's much better. How the fuck do you know it was better? You just had your version and my version.
Right.
It's the discussion and the learning, man. And that's why I love teaching, bro. If you get someone in that mindset, take away all the shit. Stop faking it. Be who you're meant to be, not what others are trying to force you to be, because that's their version of living. Good for them. And I love that. Fucking you keep running with that. I'll learn fuckloads from that. But I'm going to run in this direction. Or I'm not going to run. I'm going to moonwalk. But how about you ask why I enjoy moonwalking before you judge it? It's like, why is moonwalking weird? Just because you don't do it? That's sheep mentality. Come on, man. That's difference. We should be learning difference, man. And
I love learning. I love intaking any type of information that I could fit into my fucking brain, bro. It's just a beautiful thing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's finish this song because it's literally been.
Oh, it's at the end. There's no more.
My life. Suddenly, I'm holding sand.
I just love this dude, man.
Now, it's my contention, my personal opinion, this is my basic metaphysical axiom, shall we put it that way, that existence, the physical universe, is basically playful. There is no necessity for it whatsoever. It isn't going anywhere. That is to say, it doesn't have some destination that it ought to arrive at. In music, one doesn't make the end of a composition. If that were so, the best conductors would be those who played fastest. People go to concert just to hear one crashing chord, because that's the end. Same way in dancing. You don't aim at a particular spot in the room. That's where you should arrive. The whole point of the dancing is the dance.
I love that, man. Fucking love that. I just want to answer a couple of things in the comments, man, because there was lovely discussions taking place over here. First out, shout to reactions with Will, man. I love you. I don't give a fuck if anyone doesn't, mate. So that's their problem, not yours, man. I think odd personality, define odd. Where's the standard for odd? Because if that's the standard, me and Vibe are fucked. Because this is as odd as you're gonna get as a couple. So. You know, there's no such thing as a standard, man. Just live the dream. Someone was just saying, it was an interesting point there, saying both ADHD and autistic. That's just called a creative mindset. The stigma attached to that is bipolar and being not able to think. It's just called a creative mindset. It's the ability to be logic and creative. The problem is you have an internal battle with your own mind. You've got to get comfortable with what voice is talking and stop the two shouting at each other. It's coping mechanisms, man. You can have autism and ADHD. The spectrum's massive, and it's just then it fucks up because that's like having a logical discussion and a creative one in the same brain. So it's opposed to me and you arguing with someone, they're having a rap battle with themselves, but one's Eminem lyrically with logic, the other one's emotional Ren. So they're both talented, but no one's fucking listening. They're just doof, 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 doof. You just got to find which voice is talking and just try and channel that thinking.
I try to channel my voices. And the last time I tried to channel a voice of mine, I ended up making Federico.
Oh, I made Going Diddy, so I feel he paid me. So
yeah.
That's where that came from.
I want to show you some. I don't know. I'm going to ask you if you want to do it or not. I got here the song that I did for the Christmas thing.
Your song?
Yeah.
Brother, like, sign me the fuck up, mate. I'm sitting here. Let's do it. I haven't done a reaction for a week. Let's do it.
You know what would be fun? If we do a brain squeeze takeover. And the song is not long. It's literally 1 minute and 59 seconds. So we're going to do a brain squeeze, Vibe reaction to this. I'm getting myself off screen, and you're taking over. It's a brain squeeze takeover. Brain squeeze takeover.
Can I do it properly? Welcome to Brain Squeeze Reaction with South Park Hector. What we're reacting to now, fucking Vibe reactions is what we're reacting to now, baby. Comment section is for love, it's not for hate. Hates go fuck oneself. I said comment section is for love, it's not for hate. Hates fuck you. That was for you, Vibe. Let's do it, brother. Click fucking play because I'm excited by this. Vibe is
Billy, what are you doing?
Trying to smoke from my glass smoking device.
Oh, Billy. I got a friend named Bill, and yes, folks, he's on coke. And Bill doesn't just sniff. No people Billy smokes.
You're a snitch.
He stole my VCR, and took all of my tape. He's strong as fuck and fast as fuck, it's like he wears a cape. Oh, crackhead Bill, stop stealing my son's bike.
Was it me?
You asked for a loan and I gave you a loan, now I see you on Van Dyke.
God damn it.
Oh, crackhead Bill, please leave these hoes alone. Keep dealing in the streets, you're sure to meet the feet, please stay your ass at home.
Right,
Shut
pause.
up.
Pause. Right, you gotta pause it, man. You gotta pause that. Listen, bro. We have to 100% get together to pull a track. As much as you're gonna say that you don't rap and you don't do music and all that, mate, your voice is built for music. The comedic value is chuckling. I can hear it, and I love the sound in there as well, man. But I'll just ask the comments, man, the community, who wants vibe and brain squeeze reactions track? Because I don't even have to look at the comments to know that's gonna go fucking mental. So click play. Let's finish that off, man. The beginning made me chuckle.
You twitch, jump, hide, and run. You twitch, jump, hide, and run. It's like you can't stay still. You like to fight your friends, and you don't pay your bills.
Yes, I do.
I should have never sold you that first bag of dough.
But you did.
You smoke from glass, Billy, kiss my ass. I swear you have no hope. Oh, crackhead Bill, you borrow and don't return.
Yes, I do.
You reek of gas, get off my grass, oh Billy, don't you learn? Oh, crackhead Bill, your welcome's overstayed.
Are you serious?
Have you seen my wallet? Did you take something from it? You can't come Christmas Day.
Was it me?
Have you seen my wallet? Did you take something from it? You can't come Christmas Day.
Get out of here, Bill. God damn it. I'll leave. Can you give me $5? I'll pay you back Friday.
What's
I promise.
The wallet.
Merry Christmas.
Right. First off, what's in Ken Kniff is going on at the end. Brother, I'm sorry, but wallet, take something from it is an absolute fucking bar. Wallet, take something from it? I'm sorry, man. I think Crackhead Bill, this needs a sequel, mate. That's the title, innit? Crackhead Bill Part 2. I tell you what, man. I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
I'll make a deal with you. If we do Crackhead Bill Part 2, me and you, I will drop the Going Diddy Part 2. And that's a massive track that people have been wanting. We'll do Crackhead Bill Part 2, and I'll drop the Going Diddy Part 2. That's fair, man. Let's meet in the middle there.
Deal.
Let's do it.
I'm down for it. Let's do a part 2 on the Crackhead Bill, and let's do it, bro. I think I got one more in me. I think I got one more in me.
Mate. Hey, fucking mate, if I got a ghost rate, a couple of bars, man, we'll squeeze some of that in there as well. Don't you worry about that. I got you, mate. I got you. If Eminem can write, I only found out that Eminem wrote the things this ain't the same for gangsters. Things
ain't the same for psychos, pick the psychos. I love that song. Hold on.
He wrote that Dre track 1. I didn't know that until I saw a short like 2-3 days ago.
I love that song. I love that song to death. Eminem to me is
he's fucking
hands down, he's got to be the most complicated lyricist I think that there's out there. Because if you like, we're not talking about nothing else. We're not talking about fame. We're not talking about money. We're not talking about album covers. He got diamond albums, and we're not even talking about his diamond album covers. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about technical. What he does is so technical that's why some people don't like him.
Yeah.
Because he goes down that route of technicality that it's just like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
and people are forgetting that this dude. He created this persona, which is where he vented and that. But then he took the craft of music and became the best at it. that by far that nobody touches him, and that's the frustration that. And I love the thing when he said about when people said, "Oh, your bars ain't your songs ain't played in bars and clubs," and he made the point of saying, "Yeah, because you still performing.
You still performing them, yeah."
The mindset that you're not in his mindset. He's saying, "I'm done with you because you're so far from my thinking." That's where your brain is. The scale.
That's where your brain. You're still having the same argument you were having in the year 2000.
Yeah.
That my music doesn't get played in the clubs, bitch. I don't make club music. Why would it be playing in the club? That's when people say. That's when. Now you're starting to because I'm about to slap the shit out of somebody. Say something crazy about Eminem. Say something crazy about Eminem and see what the fuck happens. They don't understand, brain squeeze. They don't understand.
I'm with you, man.
That Eminem is walking to the beat of his own drum. He's not trying to be like anybody else. He's not trying to be in the fucking club. He's not trying to be in your wedding. Not trying to do any of that shit. He's trying to fucking make music to release some of his crazy shit up here and release his pain. He's not worried about if you like his shit or if you playing his shit in the club. Don't give a fuck about none of that.
I'll take it further, man. This is Eminem, his maturity from the moment he sat with Dre after the Kamikaze album, and he sat with, sorry, not Dre, he sat with, what's his name, of the radio station. Any other day I would get it.
Sway in the morning.
Thank you. So he sat with Sway, and Sway was pulling him up on stuff, which I loved. It was like that fucking uncle talk. He was saying, hold on, you're attacking reactors and stuff. He said, but didn't we used to do the same thing? And Eminem got it. And then the next album that we heard was Music to Be Murdered By. Now, just for a second, you got to listen to this, because he then understood the platform and he went, okay, you want to react to something? Not only will I continue being Eminem, I will now start catering for this new breed of how we now react to music that you have to sit and dissect. He learned so much off Kamikaze. Think of all the reactors that got massive off Kamikaze. It was the album that brought people to the surface. We wouldn't have known about those reactors had it not been for that album. The next one was Music to Be Murdered By. We had to dissect that within an inch of its life. He read the formula. He's like, okay, YouTube, you're going to sit for 20 minutes and dissect every song. I'm going to give you something that's going to blow your fucking dome. But it's all the ones that didn't have the time to dissect and went, oh, I want something easy because you're making me look bad because I can't pick up every bar. No. He just got your fucking environment and he got better than you, that you couldn't keep up with these lyrics. That dude read the game and changed it. Music to Be Murdered By, side A, side B, fucking masterpiece. I don't know what people tell me. I'm like, what are you saying?
I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. People's like, Eminem was his worst album. He's starting to get into his worst albums. That's what they said after Kamikaze to me. He said, oh shit, M is starting to get into his bad album. When Kamikaze dropped and then Music to Be Murdered By dropped, that's when that conversation that I was having with people. And then after Music to Be Murdered By side B dropped, that's when everybody was like, he all he's doing is putting words together. And he has no content. And I'm like, just because you don't understand the content doesn't mean there's no content to be understood.
Your
ass is over here. You're not listening to shit. You're saying you're listening to this. I got a skit also for a person that listens to Eminem music. If you want to see it.
Always, man. But keep talking, man, because I'm in this zone with you, bro.
There's a person. People have to understand Eminem started as nothing. Started as a white boy in Detroit that had everything to prove and not a dollar to do it with.
Yeah.
Fought through that. Got into Dre's office. Back in those days, having a record deal wasn't a blasphemy thing to do.
No.
People weren't butthurt about people getting deals. People getting deals all the time. It's about how you get the deal. It's not about that you got the deal. It's did you know how to fight them to the point where it's benefiting you more than it's benefiting them.
Yeah.
So having a deal is one thing. Knowing how to manipulate that deal to make it profitable for you is another. But that's a different story. M went through everything to come, and as he went from Infinite to Slim Shady EP to Slim Shady LP to Marshall Mathers LP to Eminem Show to Encore to fucking Relapse to fucking Recovery, to Marshall Mathers LP2, to Kamikaze and Revival and all the rest of the shit. He showed you there the growth of lyrical amazement.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he also brought you back and showed you, y'all niggas want to act like what I say. He gave you everything you wanted. You said Eminem doesn't have no content. He's not woke enough. He gave you Revival. Oh, you're too fucking woke. He's not rapping fast enough. He gave you Rap God. People wanted to talk shit about it. No matter when he zigged, he should have fucking zagged at the beginning. From Kamikaze to Music to Be Murdered By. That era right there, people were starting to flip on Eminem. That's when people started saying, no, I'm not liking what he's doing because he's getting too technical. And then he said, okay then, I'm going to give you side B, where I'm going to go take this technical shit and I'm going to put it to a whole nother level. Then people started hating on that even more. Oh, now he's just boom bap. It's not always boom bap. You have to be different with your shit, and you have to be different with the way. Look, he listens to the way you guys wanted him to do the formula 100 times already, and he's flipped it every time to benefit you people, so you people can fucking love him. So he changed every way he rapped towards I'm gonna make everybody happy. On Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By, in that area right there, M said, fuck you, I'm going to rap the way I want to rap, whether you could get it or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do music the way I want to do music, because you know why I say this? Go listen to Infinite. Okay? Listen to the whole album. Then go to listen to Slim Shady LP. Don't listen to the EP. Listen to Slim Shady LP. And then you tell me what the fuck the difference is. Because those are two different rappers. They're not the same rapper.
Yeah. It's a different persona, man. And it's the bit as well, the learning, though. The learning, like you're saying, man. I love your passion for it. Because I get like this. I get fucking irate with it. Because the reason why the not Relapse, was it Relapse? Which is the one that bombed? Excuse me using that, but would say bombed.
Relapse.
Revival. No, Revival.
Revival bomb.
Now, the reason why is because in that mindset, everyone still wanted old Eminem. Eminem hadn't caught up with the game, unfortunately. He had a rough time. He was coming back, and then this is why Kamikaze was like, right, you know what? Fuck you, I'm venting. But Music to Be Murdered By, he read the game. He knew it. But notice what happened. Those good reactors who spent more time in Music to Be Murdered By, what did they do? We went back to Revival and went, hold on a second. Maybe we missed something. Yes! Music to Be Murdered By Brain, and now it's a fucking masterpiece.
You got it! Because now everybody's going back to Revival and sucking Revival's dick. Everybody's saying, oh, Revival's underrated. Oh, Revival. No, 2.5 years when that shit dropped, y'all niggas said that shit was trash.
You just slow.
Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy.
Yeah, you were slow. And Music to Be Murdered By woke you the fuck up, that made you then go, did I miss something? And it went back to Revival to go, I missed a lot. And those reactors that educated themselves, then when the new albums were coming out, were like, now I'm in this pocket. This is now Eminem's gonna fucking tweak and turn, and everything is. And now M's like, now you've got me excited. But then what he did, he then took it one step further, where people were like, we want Slim Shady, and he knew, I cannot give you Shady. I can't, not in this day and age. So he had to sit and think. Because some of those songs he'd already released, that's where the leaks came out. He'd already written it, but he knew, I can't release it like that. I need a formula. And he then decided to do an alter ego so he could say whatever the fuck he wanted and get away with it. He beat the system for a second time, 30 years on. And do you know what I mean? For a second, and nobody went, do you know, he's just managed to release and call fat people fat and everything that's needed. And we can't be mad at him because it's an alter ego. He just had to learn.
Now, what you think? He said that bar. He said that bar. He's like, "Oh, would you guys be okay if Cartman said it? Would it be okay if South Park would have done it?" Yeah. So he's like, you guys are fine if it's a cartoon or if it's somebody in production that is doing something that is saying all these things. But me saying it is back to 30 years ago. You think motherfucker? But people were buying Eminem CDs, Marshall Mathers LP CDs. And running it over with vehicles. How much they hated Eminem. in his lyrics. And you know what he did? He has a fucking diamond album because of it.
Yeah. He just kept producing. All he needed to do, once again, like he did with Music to Be Murdered By, he was like, okay, you want shady? I got to read the environment. Because the only way I can do shady is I've got to go back to old school with the new school, which he could do. He had these fucking songs, but he knew that if I do that, I get cancelled.
Bro, I said it over and over again. I was like, Eminem in the Death of Slim Shady, he was walking that fine line of being canceled. He was on the fine line of it, but he did not give us 100% Slim Shady from 2000. No. You're crazy. Because if that Slim Shady would have showed up, every song in that album, if that Slim Shady would have showed up, every song in that album would have got him canceled, sued. It would have got him the fuck out of here. Because nowadays people are not able to understand that way of rapping or that way of explaining yourself.
I go back sometimes and I go, yeah, that crossed the line. Like, I just think, fuck, I used to sing some of these tracks. You know, I go back and listen to like Criminal and I'm thinking, fucking hell, there's some naughty bars in there that I used to just sing. Because back then it was a different world. He had to play catch up with everything and still fucking smashed it. And then the Diddy bar on Fuel, not only is he bending the fabrics of fucking Slim Shady eras back into our ears, he's also going, oh, Diddy, just a reminder, I'm still going to fuck you up. And I'm going to continually do that in every fucking track, even if it's subtle or fucking referenced.
I like to call it that's Eminem's shit list. Eminem has specific people that throughout his whole entire career, he's mentioned and he's going to diss. Christopher Reeves. There's not going to be one Eminem album that Christopher Reeves is not going to get slapped in the face at least once. At least once. So those other, they all got into that. Eminem is just not, at this point, he's just playing with his food. He's just,
it's like a cat.
Like, you guys can't beat me in this rap shit, so I don't know what you guys are. And you know what's the crazy part? Another thing that I find so fucking hilarious, everybody going through, and don't get me wrong, I fuck with K-Dot 100%. I love Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar to me is... I've
listened to enough of his music. I love DNA, blew my mind. That was the first track I reacted to of Kendrick Lamar. I think, one of the main ones.
How to Pimp a Butterfly, I think it would be the best start.
Okay. I've got to get his, because Kendrick is intense.
Yeah, and he's very
intense.
He's
got such a lived life, which I know I've done the Tupac bars and I learned kind of as much as I could. Kendrick is like Compton, it's a slightly different, it's more Eazy-E side of things. I don't know that era. I've got to educate that as well.
K-Dot, it's really hard to even explain what the fuck K-Dot is, because Kendrick Lamar is complicated. But How to Pimp a Butterfly won a Pulitzer Prize. So if that tells you anything about that album, it literally won a Pulitzer. So that album is fucking amazing. But with the whole Kendrick and the Drake situation and the way everybody like Kendrick is getting the Super Bowl performance, Kendrick is getting all this light, and people are hyping up Kendrick everywhere you go. And I found this funny the other day. I was scrolling through, it was a couple of months ago, when Not Like Us, before the Super Bowl, Not Like Us is still in its prime, everybody's bumping it, it's still hot, and we're listening to it, and I'm going through Instagram, and I see Kendrick Lamar everywhere. And then I see a fucking post in a bit, well, Eminem has another album that just went diamond. And I was like, you see, that's the different level of it.
Yeah.
That's a different level of all this. Everyone's hyping up this Kendrick Lamar, which all the right in the world hype him up. He's fire. Yeah. But then I'm in the side over here saying, just got another diamond album. I just do little things here. Diamond albums are fucking ridiculous to get.
Yeah. Especially now. That's fucking hard.
It shows the difference of level of goatism.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem's goatism outlasts a lot of people.
I think Eminem is just Eminem. I think we've got to stop aligning him to anything. What is the point of that discussion? Because you cannot win. It just Eminem's Eminem. Can we just start rating everybody else? Because that is a category of Eminem, and who wins that? Eminem. There we go.
Tyler the Creator says it itself. He said Eminem has gotten so good. He said it in this interview, I forgot where it was, but Tyler, the Creator, said Eminem has gotten so good in rapping that he's bad at it.
Yeah.
And then I for a second, I was just like, I'm gonna find Tyler, the Creator, and I'm gonna create a whole bunch of fucking black eyes because I'm fucking him up for saying that. But then I stopped and thought about it, and I went,
yeah,
that was the best explanation of what's going on. That he raps so well that he's bad at it. That nobody likes it because he went to another level of how good he is.
Yeah, because you can't compete with that. Even the one that gets me that people just don't give enough props for is the Lyrical Lemonades one. And the reason why, because the Benzino one, but it's the beginning where he says, I'm under the weather. And he says, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. This is a man who walks into a booth and goes, I'm feeling a bit groggy today, but I'm still going to spit some fire. And this is going to be the one I put out as well. And I'm going to do a video and it's going to be all hyped up. And it's like, that's how good I am. Like, yeah, that's one of my throwaways. And that's how much I fucking disrespect you, Benzino. There's so many layers of disrespect that even he had the flu. And he went, I'm still going to fucking destroy you.
I'm still going to fuck you up.
Yeah, fucking shut up.
And it's just that. Like, M shouldn't be in any category or any, because he's already he's up there with Elvis. He's up there with who else? Who else is a go? Jimi Hendrix. And that's where M is at right now. You can't put him in these levels because at any point when Eminem's going to have to start. Anybody that's going to go Eminem is Eminem punching down. So who else does he have to battle? He already battled himself and killed himself at the end of the album. Yeah. So who else does he have to battle? He doesn't have to. Anybody Eminem battles from this point on, he's punching down. He's never going to be punching up when it comes to lyrical rapping. I'm sorry. If people could get butthurt for that, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I'm with you there because you got to look at the entire journey. He's the Tupac that passed 25 years old. He's the person that got to keep moving. He's finally a rapper that we went, fuck, we can see it. Who knows what your Kendricks will do in the future? Who knows? But no one's at that stage yet. So
right now, you know where we're at? You know where we're at in the Kendrick stage? Yeah. We are in the premiere of the Martian Mathers LP. That's where we're at right now in Kendrick's career. Eminem, that was 20 years ago for Eminem. Yeah. So Eminem is already everything that these people are doing right now. Eminem already did it 300 times.
Yeah,
there's nothing new for him.
You can't cost the streams anymore. I just think it's a waste of time. It's just easy marketing, though, isn't it? That's the problem. He's a fucking brand. As soon as you say his name, conversation. As soon as you say his name, conversation. But it's just the poor conversations that have no logical meaning, and the comparing notes. I'm like, no, what you're doing, and this will be a one for you, mate. You're comparing likability with credibility. The problem is you like other artists, and I'm with you on that, but you're crossing the streams. The term credibility talks about more than just liking someone. Oh, I enjoy this one. Technical, influence, longevity, age, demographics, the ability to rap battle, to do music, to sing, to hold a fucking note, to have an ounce of pain and put that in music. That's all credibility. And people go, yeah, but I don't like him. I don't give a fuck what you like.
I don't care what you don't like.
It's credible, man.
You know the people that I love, and these are the people that say when I do my Eminem reactions, and there's a lot of people in the comments that are not stands or not fans of Eminem's, are like fans of mine's, but are watching me just to show me love and listen to it, and like I told you. Slowly, they're like, okay, now I understand who Eminem is. Yeah. Now, I just thought this about him. I didn't know really too much. And there's still some that say, in the beginning, I didn't like Eminem at all. Now, I still don't like his music. But
I get it.
I could understand now that he is that.
You don't like him.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying to these people. It's like, bro, I'm not here fighting you, saying you need to like him because he's the GOAT. Acknowledge that he's the GOAT, whether you like him or not.
Yeah, that's
all I want.
It's like.
Shout out to April Showers with the dono. I'm sorry, Grace.
No,
Shout out to If you guys haven't, please go subscribe to April Shower. She's another reactor. Amazing breakdown, bars like crazy. Go. Thank you so much, April, for the love. Thank you so much for the donor. I appreciate the shit. I love you.
Amazing.
She's the first donor. She's the first donor of the live. Hold on. She's the first donor of the live. You get the button, April. You get the button, April.
Okay, that's kinky.
I use that button for something else too.
There you do, man. Yeah.
Wink.
I read the future. But no, I get it, man. And it's like, I have nothing wrong with people disliking stuff, but it's the credibility side of things. The logic, the math doesn't math. And I'm like, you're mixing likability. You don't have to like him. But to sit there and be like, oh, I didn't like music to be murdered by. Why? What did you not?
I get that. I'm like, what the fuck you mean you don't like it? Like what is it that you didn't like?
I don't get what was missing from it.
I don't know,
it was
bro.
too technical. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's because it's too much for your brain. Now it's shit. That just means you're not good enough for that album. It's fine.
All you have to say is, here it goes, and being an alien again, and not listen to it, and be like, I can't take it, fuck it, and that's fine.
That's
and
like me getting frustrated with a pilot that flies a plane, and me getting angry at them because I can't fly it, and like I hate pilots. Why is that? Because I can't fly that plane. That's a strange reason to hate something, isn't it? And it's like, well, yeah, but I just don't like it. It's too technical for me, so now it's shit. But I don't understand the logic to that because you can't fly. Fuck, you're just not a pilot.
Somebody told me with this whole political thing when I said that I was a Trump supporter, and somebody told me, how can you be a Trump supporter and say Eminem is your favorite rapper? Explain. And then it says, and then in the bottom it says explain. And then I said, first of all, I don't have to explain shit to nobody.
Nope.
And second of all, when I'm in the polls, when I'm in here voting in a box where nobody can see, I'm not here. What would Eminem do?
Yeah.
In this situation?
Sit back with this pack. It's exact. Oh yeah, Trump.
Right. I go listen to lose. I go listen to lose yourself, and then I lose my vote. The fuck out of here! I'm not doing none of that stupid shit. I'm not going to my favorite rapper to go and find out who should I vote for. No. His political views is his political views. Power to the people. Do you expect him not to have that political view? He was born and raised in Detroit, one of the biggest fucking Democratic states in the world. He's going to vote for freaking Kamala.
But he's going to vote for someone. So, but it's like, why are we crossing the streams? Why does that now become a problem?
It's dumb.
It's just stop bringing it's tidal wave in. It's like, but then it proves my point. I've run out of things to complain about because so I can now go, oh, politics. What are you doing, man? Just whoop. That's in a different discussion. Take that over there. It doesn't change the album. It doesn't change.
Shout out the reaction with Will $2. But thank you so much, bro, for the dono. Consider reacting to Massive Man. I could consider it. Send it to my IG. Send it to my IG. Will.
Reactions with Will. I love reactions with Will. This is a dude that bees himself and just owns it. So fuck the hate, man. You are you. That's who you are. Just be you, Will, man. And that's that. People will flock to who you are, man. And the ones that don't, fuck them.
That's what that's the whole thing about it. Is that's the whole thing. If I can't be myself, I don't think I could do this. It'll be too much work trying to be somebody else.
Yeah. I was just laughing because someone said around, you say that, but if someone voted for Boris, talking about from the UK, I don't allow political views. Like, I love Tom McDonald, but I don't get involved in the politics because I don't understand it, so I don't go into that world. But it's not going to change me loving music. I would love Boris to drop a rap battle, though. I'd fucking watch that. That would be amazing. Oh, man, this is amazing. Bruv, I got to do the worst thing in the world, man. I'm going to have to go soon because we've been at this for like fucking 4 hours.
It's all good. It's been going at 4 hours. I was just looking at the time, and I was like, I think it's about that time that we need to get out of here, bro. Shout out to April Showers for the dono. My son says the Definitely Slim Shady is trash, and M fell off. He's tripping. No.
Just play him this live. Just play the snippet.
Yeah, play him this live. He'll understand. He'll get it.
Tell him that $9.99 you've donated comes out of his pocket money and stuff. So
facts. Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. We did it.
Finally.
We finally had this live.
And as chaotic as it should have been, there was love in there. There was education. There was us. Vibe, I love you, brother, and that's wholeheartedly, and you're such a legend, man. And I will never. The only person I haven't got a rap battle written for is you and Disco. So, man, and I've got a song coming out to NF Motto, which I've written.
Ooh.
And you and everyone is gonna love it. Motto 2. I've only got a couple more bars to write for it. Reactors are gonna love it.
Send it to me. Send it to me immediately.
Love. I shall do that, sir. So look out for that one. Oh my
God, man. I love that one. I love NF is fire.
Motto is my favorite. I love NF, man. Dude, have you seen my reaction to Story? The one where he's the one where he goes into the gas station and used to shoot him up one. Bruv, you got to watch my reaction. That's where I first learned about NF, and I lost my shit because I couldn't watch the video. I used to do this thing, right? React to the song, then go watch the video. So I had a completely different version of the song in my head. Then I watched the video.
Oh my God.
And everything came together, and I was like,
and you blew your mind.
God,
I'm telling you, and that's another conversation for another live. And that is fucking amazing.
That's another live in the making. We'll do that.
That's another live in the making. Hell yeah. Guys, thank you guys so much for all the love. For you guys sticking in there with us through the whole. We went through 17 comments. I asked them one question, and we just took the fuck off. So that's what that type of energy that I thought we were going to get, and I'm happy that we got. Yeah. My man Brain Squeeze is the GOAT. And you guys have to put it in the chat. I need to see Brain Squeeze go. So Salon, thank you for the dono. Thank you so much for $3 dono. April with another dono. NF top 5. Ooh, is your top 5? Well choice, because that motherfucker is nasty. I love it. Guys, this has been amazing live.
I loved every minute, Vibe. I absolutely loved it, man. It's so natural talking to you, bruv. And I know probably everyone says that, but it really is. I'm talking to you the same as I talk to myself reacting. It's just a natural part of the bloodstream, and you're definitely in there, man.
And awesome. I'm telling you, bro, it was like I was nervous coming into this because I'm such a fan of yours. And I'm just like, I'm so nervous. I'm like, I hope I don't look like an idiot. It's shit because it's because you give off that energy. You're a superstar in the making, bro. And I feel the energy from the first minute I saw your reaction. I saw that energy. So when I see you, I'm in awe of your glow. I'm in awe of your energy, and just to absorb a little bit of that energy for a couple of hours it was an honor and a fucking pleasure. And thank you so much, man.
And thank to Miss Vibe Reactions as well for freeing the time and the space for you to spend 4 hours with me as well. So I really appreciate that.
Shout out to the wife. Shout out to the wife.
Tracy, thank you for that. Keep those
Tracy!
Vibe.
Tracy, thank you so much. Love. Thank you guys so much. Brain Squeeze, like I say to everybody, and I'm going to say it to you, the keys to Vibe Reaction Studios is yours. Whenever you want to come up here and just bullshit with me, you want to come up on a live one day and just hang out, I am more than open to hang out with you any day of the fucking week. The house is yours. Whenever you need this place, whenever you need promo, whenever you need anything, I want you, and I want to say this on screen, so
do it, man.
I can't go back on my word, nigga.
Do it.
Whatever you need from me to make you grow in both ways.
You already did that.
you just let me know. Anything that you need me to promote, anything you need me to push, anything that, like on that beautiful thing that you're doing right now, we're doing these donos and helping out these other people. Anything you need me on that, bro, I'm available for you 100%. Just you tell me and I'm there.
And I feel that. And there'll be one request I have for you, Vibe. Just one,
Awesome.
man. It's just never change, brother. Like, when you need those weeks off, take the weeks off, learn, grow, keep doing that, man. But just always be you, because the you that I saw was the moment where I was like, fuck yeah. And when I watched you react to one of my songs, and it was the round 2, you gave the reaction that I needed for that track. Everyone else, I love Black Speed. I got songs coming out with Black Speed as well. There's so much fucking happening in this world, man. But your reaction was the one I went, that's how my brother would react. A dude that I love who goes, Mark, let me listen to your track. And I heard you fighting and I heard you saying things like, I think someone said, right, let's talk about the technical. And you went, fuck no, it was the best song ever. Just say those fucking words. And I thought, that's a brother for life, because that was you fighting a corner that you didn't need to. You didn't have to do that. There's no money in that for you. And that's where I was like, Vibe's the boy, man. So always be you. Always be you, because I love that.
I can absolutely promise that will never change. I have no choice but to be me, bro.
Then I'll do the same, mate. So we'll make that arrangement. That's winning for both of us.
Facts.
Cool.
I'm gonna get in contact with you, and we're gonna work on shit on the behind the scenes later on. So we'll link up later and we'll do that. But like I said, everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, and showing love left and right, up and down, all the way around. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday with the family if it's still Saturday. And I will talk to you guys on Monday, my time. I'll talk to you guys Monday, my time. And we are fucking out of here. We love you guys. Peace!
See you later, bye.
I got a bad feeling about this.